Not only have I been sitting here talking, not live, but I've been sitting here doing all kinds of stuff. Been sitting here talking with a closed camera, not live. Just straight idiot. What up, Logan? 2 hours early, my baby. Every team less than the AFC North. What up? Welcome in, my boy. Welcome in, guys. All right, let's run down this real quick while we still got a moment here. Before this matchup. Of course, inactive report came out earlier today. Ravens going to be missing Malik Harrison and Trenton Simpson, two inside linebackers for this matchup. Might have to keep an eye on that as Patrick Queen and Roquan have to take breathers and potential special teams implications. Also, big star note of this matchup, Marlon Humphrey out today for the Baltimore Ravens. Have been absolutely playing outstanding for us. Looking across on the opposite side of the ball, a couple injuries, not too much to keep an eye on. The second string returner, running back Elijah Dotson, out for the Chargers, as well as their third string tackles, third string defensive. Just a lot of depth injuries, but nothing I feel like too significant. Of course, the big story for the Chargers, Nick Bosa headed to IR. With the ankle injury, and of course they had Mike Williams injury earlier in the year. Oak Squirrel, IAU, what up, Chad? What up, Daniel? Barry, what up, guys? Of course, another big story for the Ravens, OBJ and Zay Flowers listed as questionable will be playing today. OBJ struggling with a shoulder injury and Zay dealing with a hip injury. Due to the injuries of Malik Harrison and Trenton Simpson the Ravens have elevated Josh Ross, inside linebacker, the former undrafted rookie free agent from University of Michigan, came in with McDonald from Michigan, was the former team captain of that defense. So we're excited to see if he gets any action tonight. As well as Andrew Adams, a signee from former Titan safety, getting elevated. So something to keep an eye on as well. Baltimore leads the all-time series against the LA Chargers 8-6. The last meeting coming in 2021 where the Ravens won 34-6. Of course, the Ravens hold the number one seed, looking to hold on to that. And with having a bye next week, the Ravens could be really starting to get their rest and healthy as they line up potentially the number one seed in the AFC. Like we said, without having... this is going to be the first game without Mark Andrews. So we're on likely alert. The CCU sophomore probably going to see a lot of snaps today. We might see a lot of four wide receiver formations as well. Something to keep an eye on. Chimera, I'm so sorry, my buddy. If y'all didn't know, the Eagles and the Bills were just in overtime where the Eagles took an early field goal lead, but then the Bills did, and then the Eagles marched down, and Jalen Hurts off left guard for the touchdown. So, you know. Sorry, my boy Chimera. Chimera says, that look, I just got stabbed by birds in green. Do not exist in this realm at the moment. Well, you can come root for the purple birds. We're the better birds. And so Odell Beckham's going to be wearing a shoulder harness tonight when he's playing tonight. He's in a lot of pain, but he wants to play through it. Interesting, guys, so keep an eye on it. My boy Chimera is literally over there somewhere in New York just punching the walls in his apartment after the Buffalo Bills lost in overtime. That is a heartbreaker, my guy. So as we're waiting for the kickoff, we're going to keep running down these pre-game stats, guys. This is actually the first road game for the Ravens since October 29th. However, the Ravens are 4-1 on the road this year, so not too much of a problem. Justin Madubuike, of course, leading the Ravens in the sack department, 9.5 sacks, 18 quarterback hits. He's looking to get paid, you feel me? Also, keep an eye on my boy Travis Jones, defensive tackle out of University of Connecticut. 14.7 run stop rate. That ranks third among defensive linemen. We're getting ready here for the kickoff. Baltimore coming into this game with the 9th-ranked offense, 5th-ranked defense matching up against the 14th-ranked offense of the Chargers and the 21st-ranked defense of the Chargers. However, that pass defense supposedly of the Chargers has been absolutely porous, so keep an eye out for it. And we got my boy Bryant Culp in the chat. If you don't know, I'm on Bryant Culp's morning talk shows a lot. Definitely check out on his channel. Hit that, smash that like button, like my boy Joe says too. We got some new gifts too, guys. I'm sitting here over here looking at my drink like this baby looks at its beer. You feel me? Canadian babies are built different. So, guys, let's talk about this. Now we got the Charger offense coming out first. Let's keep an eye on them. So, Justin Herbert actually against the blitz this season, 81 out of 118, 901 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 108.8 rating. Came off a career PFF grade last week, actually against the Packers. So had one of the best games of his career. So, and run up the middle, maybe a gain of 2 on the play. This could just come down, though, simply to the Ravens might bully them around a little bit without Bosa on the field. Got to still keep an eye on Khalil Mack, but hey, I know I'm excited to go for Christmas Day, go see the 49ers, guys. 2nd and 8 after the run up the middle. Motion right here by the 49ers. They're running up the middle again, and only a gain of 2 again, maybe 3. And going to bring up a 3rd and moderate on that play. So let's break down some other numbers here, guys. The defense for the Ravens pass rush, 10th and 9th, 10th in pass rush, 9th in run defense. According to PFF, 3rd in coverage. So the Ravens defense has just been playing lights out. Meanwhile, the O-linemen for the Chargers ranking 29th and 31st, respectively, against pass and run blocking. So can they keep Herbert protected tonight against Matabike? And there's Matabike getting some coverage. And, oh, we got a man. That's a tight end with a catch deep. That's Everett. And I'm loving this. Do y'all see, like, the stuff up on the screen where they're showing the routes live? I love it. Oh, I did see the 2 ends, and it was crazy. But Matabike fights through the double team, almost gets to Herbert, and then Clowney able to get a hit on him late. But also, guys, Keenan Allen. Check these crazy stats I found today. Keenan Allen versus zone this season, 51 catches, 680 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Keenan Allen leads the NFL in targets and receptions currently. And Herbert with a little outlet pass right and able to make a couple out of it, maybe a gain of 4. Are you talking about Tua with the chunk missing out of his arm, or which Tua? Oh, yeah, Logan. I almost put a picture of it up on my last stream because it didn't that happen last week? Or Thursday night? I'm sorry. 2nd and 6 run going up the middle, and Eckler able to make something out of it. And this cam's interesting that they're using tonight. But welcome in, guys. I appreciate y'all joining us. It's another day of just football. Football! Yeah, the Black Friday game. Actually, also in that game, the Dolphins lost Jalen Phillips on that Black Friday game, so that's another thing to keep an eye on for the Dolphins' playoff chance. I believe he had 6.5 sacks on the season, so a pretty good contributor. Run going left, Eckler able to get to the outside, and Chargers are coming out saying, we're going to run the ball on the Ravens right now. This might be game tape, honestly. Good study. So the Ravens have been using Malik Harrison, I feel like, on more of these run-stopping downs, playing him a little bit on the outside normally, even though he's an inside linebacker, just because he's been known for really setting the edge. And I think we're seeing that happen right now, that we're missing him right now already in the run defense. 1st and 10 after the run. Herbert going for a pass just over the middle, got a man, and that's another 1st down. That's Keenan Allen. Oh, and just like they said, Keenan Allen just went over 10,000 career receiving yards. Congratulations to Keenan. What's funny about that, Logan? Logan says it was right on his tattoo. That was the first thing my girlfriend said when I showed her the picture. She cringed and said, "Oh, his poor tattoo." So you're not alone in that thought, Logan, with the chunk missing out of Tua Tagovailoa's arm. And another first down with the Chargers now here in the red zone. They're looking to take the lead early. 10:22 on the clock here. They're on an 8-play, 63-yard drive, almost taking up 5 minutes currently. Trips right, but the motion left. Double stack or twin stack formation. And they're going jet sweep. Oh, Van Noy almost gets there. And great tackle by Brandon Stevens on the play. And Brandon Stevens has been playing outstanding this season. We need Travis Jones to step up here on some of this run defense. Like we said, actually has a pretty good run defense rating, but I don't know how many snaps he's getting currently in the rotation. And I'll get to the comments in a second, guys. Just, man, this game, I feel like this game's going pretty fast-paced. Trips formation left. Herbert looking there, having to roll out right. He's going to run for it. And, I was expecting a flag, to be honest with you. That looked like a big hit, and now there's a scrum on the play. And I think the Ravens are saying, "Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you, Marion Taylor." But, the Ravens were looking for that flag last week, didn't get it. And I think they said, "All right, NFL, if you're not going to protect quarterbacks as they're running out of bounds, we're going to deliver the hit." But let's watch here. I mean, he can't really stop, but like, then they're going to call it unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary roughness. And man, the head coach of the Chargers is losing his head right now. Is that Brandon Staley? And Chad Mears says eventually there will be NFL games every day, including Tuesday and Wednesday. I mean, and the NFL and analysts is saying this definitely should have been a penalty, but I mean, they're both accelerating to the last moment. I don't know. I get it and I don't. That's so tough. And I hope, Chimera, you blow Casey out next week as well, by the way, in chat. 3rd and 19 after the penalty. Herbert getting chased and has to just put that ball into the dirt. And 4th and 19. And after that, the field goal unit's coming out. And I know Charger fans are going to be absolutely livid after that. Those are some iffy penalties, man, to be honest with you. Like, and Brandon Staley's mad because he didn't realize it was messed up. So the line marker judge was messed up on the side, and he's saying because of that he didn't know that it was 3rd down. Are you serious, my guy? Keep track of your team better. Like, there we go. Got the game cast fixed for you guys. Field goal attempt from 39 yards. Kick is up. Right down middle. And with that, the Chargers are going to take the early lead here, guys. 3-0. Hey, what up, Jason? Welcome in, guys. Ayo, let me get B more. Yeah, baby. I know, right? But, man, what do y'all think of those penalties? Like, I don't know. I think Baltimore's slightly salty. That was the same type of hit Lamar took against the Bengals, and they wrapped around his ankle and twisted his ankle as he went out of bounds. And there was no flags, and of course Patrick McCary came flying in, ready to fight everybody after it. Again, no flags. This week, Baltimore delivers the shot. Of course, the Chargers offensive lineman retaliates barely, and they throw the flag. I hope so, Logan. Logan says it's time to bully the Chargers. I hope so, my guy. The 9th-ranked offense coming out here, 4th in points scored. Lamar, interesting stat we found about Lamar, guys. In big-time throw rate under pressure, leading the league at 11.7, so that's ranked first. Of course, our boy Tyler Linderbaum continuing his dominance. 77.2 pass block rating, that ranks second among all centers. I know one thing we're hoping for, though. I don't know about y'all, Raven Flock. I'm hoping Geno Stone gets another interception and gets his interception lead on the NFL at least tied back. If you don't know, Bland of the Cowboys kind of swooped in and stole it from him. On the plus side, Roquan has advanced in the NFL tackle, now ranking second in tackles in the NFL. So, oh my God, we just got flashbang by NFL commercial. Exactly. Time to remind them who it is. But we got to get points on the board and get them to start passing the ball more, I feel like, because they just came out there and showed that they're able to run on that line right now. And I think that's because the Ravens are missing Malik Harrison, to be honest with you. I think he is very crucial to our run defense right now. But let's give it another shout out, guys. We had another tight end break history today. Travis Kelce became the fastest tight end to reach 11,000 yards in NFL history. So, big congrats to the man. He's scoring on the field and off the field. You feel me? We also had another guy break NFL history today. TJ Watt, with his 2 sacks today, joins Reggie White as the only player to have 90-plus sacks in his first 100 games. So AFC North still making history no matter what. You know what I mean? And here comes this big offensive line for the Baltimore Ravens. Again, looking at the Chargers defense, got to keep an eye on where Khalil Mack is. 11 sacks this season, wins a lot of his matchups with power rushes, so keep an eye out for it. And the Chargers take a timeout out of the gate. Do they have 12 men on the field? Wow, they started with 12 men on the field. You got to be mad, Charger fans. Let's see here. Sharon Franklin Howard says, I want to watch the game. How do I do that? I don't know if I can tell you that. Actually, let me say this. I just Googled it on Facebook and Twitch, and let's just say this. There might be some illegal pirate streams that might get shut down at some point, but they were showing the game, so. But, all right, 1st and 10. Let's see if Lamar can make something happen. And, of course, Shireen, I've got the game cast here up as well so that you can watch the game cast as well. There we go. So you should have at least the game cast up as well. So that hopefully that'll help. And Lamar going to keep it and off the right guard and a 1st down. 8:35 here on the clock. 1st and 10 after that run. Yup. Good blocking. Left guard Simpson kind of pulls on the play, fake the jet sweep, and Lamar just takes off to the right following Simpson. Likely in motion. And man over the middle, that's OBJ, and he's going to go down, and he is, definitely nursing that shoulder injury. He's just not even trying to take any shots, just make the catch, go down. Second and inches. Handoff up the middle. That's Keaton Mitchell, and first down. And they're still pushing here. And there's Khalil Mack, number 9, outside linebacker or edge. Anyway, we're looking forward to the Derwin James-Mark Andrews matchup, but of course, with Mark Andrews' injuries, I definitely don't see them shading Isaiah Likely in the same fashion. We shall see 5 wide look here for the Baltimore Ravens. So an empty backfield, 6:55. Lamar looking right, got a man that's Zay, and little screen or spin move, and gain of maybe about 3 on the play. And something they're talking about, the Chargers have struggled in their secondary. PFF has their coverage ranked 23rd in the NFL. Of course, their defense, pass rush ranking 20th, run block defense ranking 21st. Not that good. So we're hoping for a big day from Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens offense. We definitely need it for fantasy football reasons as well. Keaton Mitchell with the run going left and not much on the play, and looks like a pad comes flying off. Did Khalil Mack come from the complete opposite side of the field? He did. You got to just give highlight to that effort. Khalil Mack came from the back side of the play and chased that basically to the other sideline to make that tackle. That is effort and hustle to the max. 3rd and 7. Lamar, pretty decent pocket, but again, pressured, has to get rid of it and hits the ground, and unfortunate. Morgan Fox with a good push up the middle for the Chargers. And Ravens have to punt on their first drive of the night, guys. And actually, Tyler Linderbaum's the one beat on the play. Very uncharacteristic of him. That's a tad bit unfortunate. Punt away by Stout. Oh! There might be a flag. No flag. They try to get it, though. I know, they're going to have to explain to me why that's not kick interference. I'm not 100% sure either, to be 100% to keep it honest. But thanks, as always, guys, for joining us tonight for another broadcast. As always, like Joe says, smash that like button, guys. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're nearing our first subscriber goal. We'd greatly appreciate it. I don't know about y'all. I'm sipping on a little whiskey tonight in my Charm City football cup that we got from M&T Bank Stadium. And I know some of y'all might be thinking, your thoughts while drinking beer and watching football. Do another line. I know y'all be running around the office like Dwight. My boy Dwight, though. It's kind of funny that The Office is on Peacock and the game's on Peacock. Just saying. Coincidence. The greatest night of football also has the greatest show of all time? Coincidence? I think. I'm just kidding. But by metric wise, I think it actually is one of the better shows of all time. I know Steeler fans are pretty happy though down there though. They got 400 yards of offense today. That was basically yay 400 yards under Matt Canada. The amount of 400-yard games they had, 0. Hey Jason, that sounds nice to be honest with you. Your boy might have done that before the stream. Hey, my boy Azo joining us in the chat. What up? I know, WTF, how do we let them score first? I know my boy Azo over there eyeing a beer like this right now somewhere. All right, 1st and 10. Herbert back out here for his second offensive drive. Play action. Rolling left on the play. He's got some space and able to get out. Doesn't get hit that time. Oh, they should have been a fair catch interference. Yep, so man, another penalty that's kind of controversial going in the Ravens' favor. Whoo, conspiracy theorists going to be lit on Twitter tonight. 2nd and 5. Run going up the middle and maybe a gain of 3 on the play. Chimera says, I'm going to go to work on a school project, cry myself to sleep. I'll see you next stream. Later, Chimera, my guy. Have a good night. I did my calculus homework earlier. And Azo says, damn it, I wish would like some mead right now, but can't find anywhere that sells it. You know what's funny, Azo, is I've been watching so many of those videos on mead making that I really would love to try mead making myself. 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down here. Allen, the man in motion. And they're going there, and ooh, I think he's got the 1st down. Depends on where they're going to mark him. And they're going to mark him just past the 1st down. Good old left foot, right foot spot. Which foot are they going to use? Which foot is he using to mark the ball? That's funny. Good old John Madden reference. .333 on the clock here in the 1st quarter. Herbert with a deep drop. Oh, Clowney on top of him, making him run. Herbert's able to get out and maybe a gain of yard of 1, if not back to the line of scrimmage. And Azo said, I've made it. It's not terribly hard, but I'm terribly lazy. Oh, I get that. Because you got to let it, like, you know, let it, like, ferment, you know, and take time to, like, work. There's a lot of those side hustles I would love to do. I would also love to get a carpet gun and love, like, making, like, the anime and NFL carpets designs. I also would love to get a 3D printer to print some D&D stuff and get some resin molds. And, oh, huge hit by Kyle Hamilton on a 2nd and 8 run. And he says, bro, he literally said, bro, you too small. You too small. Oh, watch this, guys, on the replay. Oh, my God. Just destroys Keenan Allen on the block, gets into the backfield, and just takes down Davis in the backfield. What a great play. Hey, my boy David Corona, what up, what up? 3rd and 10, trips right here. Herbert having to rush right. And Hamilton and Clowney are on him. Gets it off left and almost intercepted by Marcus Williams on the play. And the punt team's coming out for the Chargers. If y'all don't know, my boy Corona is another streamer as well. Check out his channel. He's been going hard lately, and he's making some good progress and always puts on a great show. Him and my boy Bryant Colt be looking fly on the morning talk shows. And Herbert making actually a bad throw there. Throws it into double coverage. Punt is away. Duvernay the man to return. Gonna call the fair catch, and Ravens are going to get this ball at about the 23-yard line. Lamar coming out for the second attempt at offense tonight. Yeah, I feel you, Azo. Azo says he wants to do like mead making. I don't know if anyone else has like experience in mead making. We're talking life because we're on commercial break right now. But I actually found recently like a whole gift set where it's like made for beginners. Like it's so well done. Everything comes in one convenient package. It's got a spout like at the bottom you can work with as too, like with those filters, and I don't know. It's pretty dope actually. There's so many little side hustles I would love to get into, but takes money, you feel me, guys? Anyone else have a side hustle they like to do? And as always, the real question is, how's your fantasy football team doing, guys? Like I'm going to check on mine right now. I know I need big points from Lamar Jackson tonight. Chargers having a lower ranked pass defense. We were hoping for some big points. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm predicted to lose by 6 points to my boy Team Jones. Garrett Wilson had a big day for the Jets. Puka Nacua pretty quiet. Travis Kelce had a good day. DJ Morris playing Monday night. Evan McPherson only had 4 points. Oof. I just need a big night from Lamar Jackson and Keaton Mitchell. I messed up. I didn't put Zay in. I might end up regretting it. Oh, and of course Isaiah Pacheco goes off for 25 points for the Chiefs against the Raiders. And I thought about flexing him in. Oh, if Keaton Mitchell doesn't go off, I'm going to be in trouble. Of course, my boy Team Jones had Josh Allen tonight. Josh Allen went off for 39, almost 40 points. So I'm going to need a similar performance for Lamar Jackson. They're projecting Lamar, what was it? Oh, it doesn't tell me anymore. But I need some big points out of Lamar tonight. Azo says, I need a side hustle. Exactly. It's one of those ones, man. To get ahead in life now, guys, you got to have a side hustle. The chance that you have a job that pays more than $100,000 a year is can get pretty hard, especially working, a manageable amount of hours. You're not working 80 to 100 hours a week. You feel me? That ain't life. 1st and 10. Play action. Lamar going to roll out a little bit. Got a man short left. That's going to be Isaiah Likely leaping over, man. And we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. And that's Isaiah Likely, the CCU alum. Holding number 35 of the offense. That's against Gus Edwards. David Corona says, I go to the 49ers game on Christmas. Can't wait. It'll be a good game against the Ravens. Dude, Corona, I'm so jealous. Man, if I had a way out there and like tickets, I'd be all about it. Like, God, I would love to do like a live stream from the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take so many battery packs and shit, but it would be so awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, 1st and 20 after the holding penalty. Play action again. Screen pass. Oh, Ravens look like they got some blockers. That's Isaiah Likely. And Isaiah Likely literally gets back to where he was at. That's going to be a gain of 18 on the play. CCU. Even though they got blown out the other day, I think by James Madison University, if I'm not mistaken. Good job, though. And this is what I talked about, guys. Even though we deeply miss Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar are here. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2nd and 2 after the big gain by Likely on the play. Flowers and Aguilar in motion. Handoff, that's going to be Edwards. Good move up the middle and able to get a first down. A gain of 4 on the play. And Azo says the 49ers are looking good right now. And then he asked, is Andrews out for the season? So, yeah, the 49ers are looking good. I think the Eagles and the 49ers are the only NFC real competition. I'm sorry, my boy Joe Stevens, Seahawks talk. I don't know if you're a Seahawks there for real this year. As for Andrews, he underwent surgery earlier in this week. However, they have said there's an outside chance if the Ravens go like deep playoff Super Bowl that he could be back. So might just be a minor tear, basically. Lamar Jackson looking over the middle, got OBJ, and that's another first down. And the Ravens are at the 50-yard line. I'm making sure I ran through all my important stats here. Oh, yeah, we did. And again, who is the MVP right now? Like, if you go off passing yards, it's Sam Howell of the Washington Commanders. Did he have an injury last year? Because he's not a rookie this year, right? He was a rookie last year, and they kind of redshirted him. If he had an injury last year, I wonder if he could be considered for a comeback player of the year, potentially. Yep. And, Jason, and, I forgot to talk about this. Let me make my little point here about my boy. So if you don't know, Josh Oliver, of course, former tight end of the Baltimore Ravens, came over from Jacksonville Jaguars, was our 3rd string tight end, borderline 2nd string for a while. I told everyone in the offseason, I feel like weirdly, Hayden Hurst, Josh Oliver would be 2 guys I would pursue heavily in the offseason. The Bengals have been missing Hayden Hurst significantly, and Josh Oliver has been playing as like a top 5 tight end, I think PFF wise, if I remember. He has been playing outstanding for his new team and been a great free agent addition. So, told you so, guys. Jason Danzy says, who's the other tight end we got other than Likely and Andrew? There was another. Oh, you're talking about Kolar, Charlie Kolar. He's like 6'7", 250. Was it Iowa or Iowa State, I believe? Drafted in the same draft as Isaiah Likely, but at a lower round. Basically, the Ravens said, hey, you know what? Likely kind of reminds of us like Dennis Pitta a little bit. So they took him. And he's a smaller pass-catching tight end. Of course, his first year struggled heavily with his blocking. Charlie Kolar was a Nick Boyle lookalike, essentially. And as Raven fans know, Nick Boyle, at one point when we signed him to his 3-year extension prior to his devastating knee injury, was one of the best run-blocking tight ends in the NFL, which is why we signed him to an extension. There had actually been trade rumors about him before we signed him to that extension, which is why we did it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at Joey Bosa eating some ice cream at the game. Oh, he's eating Raisin Bran. Eating Raisin Bran at the game? What? Oh, what a good guy. Yeah, you're talking about, hold on, sorry. Play action here. Lamar got a man short. That's Keaton Mitchell getting up to speed in 19.4 miles per hour as he gets a first down for the Ravens. David Corona says, Buffalo show win that game. They messed it up, though. I know they should have won that game. I feel bad for my boy Chimera. Yeah, Josh Oliver was our former tight end. Now it's Charlie Kolar is who you're thinking of, Jason. No, it's Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar. So Isaiah Likely was drafted out of Coastal Carolina University. Charlie Kolar drafted, I believe, out of Iowa State. Slant pass, that's Beckham again for another first down. And the Ravens are just moving down the field with this passing game right now. Something we kind of expected, though, because, again, the Chargers have struggled in coverage this season. They need to find some corners in the draft or in free agency. They definitely tried to. They made the signing of the former Patriot, if I'm not mistaken, brought him over, and then I think he got arrested and cut, if I remember correctly. Jackson, I think was his name. Dante Jackson, JC Jackson. I don't know. See, there's Kolar in the game right there. Kolar and Ricard on the outside of this formation right here. To the blocking, so expect a run. It's a run by Lamar, making some men miss, and he's just going to go down at the line of scrimmage, basically, and 2nd and 10. And my apologies, I forgot to update the quarter here, guys. We are officially in the second quarter. 13:25 here in the second. Odell Beckham averaging 15.1 yards per catch. That's a career high for him. Something to keep an eye on. Lamar over the middle, and that looks like a drop by Bateman. Pass a little low on the play. And I almost feel like we got to have a moment of silence for our boy DTR, the former UCLA quarterback of the Browns. Left the game with another concussion injury today. That poor dude has been beat up in Cleveland. Jason Danny says, for sure, the corner's been a minute since we really had solid ones the last season and the flags. Oh, I know. Brandon Stevens has been playing outstanding for the Ravens. And, of course, Marlon Humphrey is actually out this game. So we're going to see a lot of, Rock Leosin and Ronald Darby, potentially. Man over the middle. That's Bateman with a leaping catch. And the Ravens are just throwing slants like they're playing Madden right now, guys. Legitimately. I feel like I'm just watching Madden. They are literally just running slants from the Z. Odell was catching those earlier, and now it's been Bateman. And Lamar yelling at Bateman to switch to the opposite side of the field. Got him lined up. That's going to be Justice Hill with a run up the middle. Strong run and a gain of what looks like 9 on the play. 2nd and 1, and Ravens are knocking on the door of the end zone. But yeah, the corners for hold on, we're going no huddle here real quick. That's a great choice to go no huddle. Handoff up the middle. Justice Hill again got the first down and some, and he's down at the 1.5. So 1st and goal for the Ravens. Brandon Staley, you can see the panic in that man's eyes. The head coach of the Chargers knows if the Ravens gets ahead, this game's could get a lot harder because it doesn't look like the offensive line for the Chargers has been able to keep Herbert clean. And that's something as the Raven fans, I'm salivating, mob guys. And wow, Chargers are now taking their 2nd time out of the first half. Only 1 left now. As Patrick Ricard came into the game, it seemed like it caught the Chargers defense off guard, and they were not ready for potential run package. And man, the Chargers are looking out-coached right now, 100%. Logan says, speaking of Madden, I scored 100 points on Madden against the Lions. Oh, I know every once in a while I do want to play Madden again, but just, God, I hate EA. And I just don't want to support what they've done to that game. You know what I'm saying? All right, 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle. And, yeah, Chargers were expecting the run on that one. Nowhere on the play. Maybe even a loss of 1. Hey, my boy Tenchi says, let's go Ravens. Welcome into the chat. My boy, where you been? Yeah, EA Sports ruined Madden. I've refused to buy Madden since Lamar Jackson was on the cover. Let's just put it like that. All right, second and goal. Gus Edwards now the back end. Ricard in motion. Play action. Lamar got a man. That's Zay. And I'm kicking myself in the butt for not starting Zay tonight. And my boy Zay in early. You know, it's honestly, guys, what I would love to play. Hey, welcome in, John Leger. And I'm glad you just got off work, man. Tenchi, that's great to hear, my guy. Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point here. And we've got a whistle before the kick, but we're gonna go ahead and say, does anyone remember? Hold on, chat. Hold on. Delay a game on the offense. No one cares. Whatever. Tucker's going to hit the PAT again. Does anybody remember Blitz the League? Where, like, you could intentionally hurt people and, like, it would show the close-up of, like, you breaking bones and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Does anyone else remember that? Oh, where are you working at now, Tenchi? I'm at least, I'm glad, man, you're working. You know, I'm going to be getting a different job here soon as well, so... Hey, we got a new one in the chat. Eric Betancourt says, let's go Chargers. Oh, almost blocked on the PAT that time. But Tucker able to get it through. But if I got the new Quest 3, guys, I would 100% buy the new Madden sports game where you can play as the quarterback. Oh, my God. I would be playing all the freaking time. And streaming that, to be honest with you, if I got it, but... But, you know, Eric, honestly, your run game looked strong early. Hey, Melissa Bilo Levesque. I might have said that wrong. Bilo. Thank you for the subscribe. But the run offense for the Chargers looks strong early, but you know, the Ravens now taking the lead. The Chargers might have to get away from it. This next drive will be a real tell for the rest of the game what the pace is going to be. Because if the Chargers try to run the ball, take time off the clock, but don't get anywhere, and the Ravens get the ball back, it doesn't leave the Chargers in a good position. And, of course, we've already seen the Ravens look like they're generating pressure early with Justin Madubuike and Jadeveon Clowney. And like we talked about here, the O-line for the Chargers ranked 29th and 31st in pass block and run block, respectively, according to PFF. So I'm telling you right now, maybe you can back me up, Eric. If I was a Chargers fan, in free agency, I'm staring at corner and offensive line. Like very hard right now. If I'm a Chargers fan, maybe you can give me your opinion on that. Tenchi says I'm an assistant manager at the local Pizza Hut. Hey, my boy, I F with Pizza Hut. Fun story, Tenchi. I actually helped open one of the Pizza Huts in my old hometown. It was actually one of the first Wing Street locations in the area. So you know, of course, we were swamped because people weren't used to Pizza Hut having, you know, some wings, and our wings weren't too bad, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you, Tenchi. I can actually relate to you a good bit with that. Logan says easy game from here at the yawn. Oh, don't be talking smack like that so early, Logan. There is way too much time on this clock still. And Justin Herbert just came off a career game against the Packers, like we talked about earlier. And Herbert's actually one of the best quarterbacks, I feel like, against the blitz. 901 yards, 10 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, 108.8 rating against the blitz this season. So despite the poor O-line play, Herbert able to pull some miracles, it seems like, out of nowhere. And Keenan Allen's just a target monster, leading in targets and receptions prior to this week. So, 10:41 as Tucker kicks this away. We're going to get a return here and tackled at the 20-yard line. So, bad decision to bring it out here. And Kyle Hamilton, can we just, again, talk about how great he's playing? The WRR stat or WAR stat, whatever it's called, basically ranking like their pay and everything. He is the number one best safety for pay in the NFL right now, which is a great stat to see for the Ravens. Jason Danassi. Okay, Danassi, sorry. Above, basically. Danassi. Sorry, my boy. Jason Danassi. My apologies. 1st and 10. Herbert, and that's Travis Jones with Matabike. And that's the UConn kid making an impact. And we talked about him in the pregame with his run defense and getting there with the pass game. Let's watch the replay here. Plays off the right guard, works through. Oh my God! Just throws him like a boy. Da-na-na. That sack was highlight material, guys. Weight room is what Travis Jones just said to the right guard of the Chargers. We're going to highlight a note about that. 2nd and 17 after the sack. Herbert going deep left. Oh, it almost intercepted. Hamilton and Marcus Williams in combo coverage again. I'm making a note of that Travis Jones sack. Sorry. And Marcus Williams with a tip on the play. Kyle Hamilton gets a hand on it. Great play by the safeties of Baltimore. 3rd and 17. Baltimore Ravens got all their guys back. 4 players rushing. Screenplay coming here from the Chargers. And going nowhere on the play. Maybe a gain of 5. And a 4th down punt upcoming for the Chargers. John Leger says, how about 49ers over Seahawks? Oh, I know, right? Like I said, honestly, John, I think with that game, we can confidently say there's only truly 2 contenders in the NFC, and that's Philly and the 49ers, in my opinion. And I'm glad I said it right, Jason Danassi. I get it. The emphasis on that E, basically. Duvernay going to have a chance to return, and nowhere. He might even lose yards on the play. I feel like Duvernay has not been the same returner this year as he has been last year. Jason says, only met one person my whole life who said it and spelled it right. It'll be and I'll be 40 in March. You know what's funny, Jason? You say that with the pronunciation. I used to love when I worked for Delta Airlines. If you've ever traveled on the airlines, usually you're checking out a kiosk, it prints your bag tag, someone will call out your name, you bring your bag over, yada, 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 they check the ID. I actually enjoyed so much, guys, actually trying to pronounce the names correctly. And I used to get actually complimented on it, so my apologies for mispronouncing yours all this time. Eric says, thank you for your play, analyst. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm trying. And if you're a Chargers fan, I'm deeply sorry about Joey Bosa. That's heartbreaking. Him and Khalil Mack were supposed to be those bookends for y'all. And I would love to know, do you think corner and offensive line might be your primary targets in the offseason? John Leger says, rock on, next week is 49ers and Eagles game. Exactly, man. John, is that going to be on, what time is that game? That's got to be a primetime game. Is that Monday, Thursday, or Sunday night? There's no way that's not a primetime game. Hey, we got Ravens Gunny join us in the chat. He says, hey, Levi, I hope you're enjoying the game so far. Go Ravens. I am enjoying the game now that we finally got on the board. I'm a little salty that I didn't start Zay Flowers in my fantasy league now that he got that first touchdown. That's a heartbreaker. But at the end of the day, Ravens dub over anything. I would gladly lose every game in my fantasy football league. Like forfeit if it would guarantee the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And what's one thing is I got some of y'all in chat. I would love to hear y'all's opinion on this. Have y'all heard the newest conspiracy theory? So put on your tinfoil hat, guys, because the latest conspiracy theory is this: that the colors that are announced when they announce the Super Bowl, like the logo colors, represent the two teams that are in the Super Bowl. And it actually has been proven true the past 2 years. And of course, what are the colors this year? Red and purple. So a lot of people are saying it basically signifies the purple team has to be the Ravens or the Vikings, which of course with the Vikings and Dobbs, no way, right? So if that means purple's the AFC representative, that means red has to be the NFC representative, which means, do we see a Niner-Raven rematch in the Super Bowl this year? Conspiracy theory deep. And we'll talk about the next conspiracy theory on commercial break. First and 10, little screen pass to Bateman, and not much, but gain of 2 on the play, and we've got a late flag here. Logan says, I think I'm the longest person who was on this live. Logan, dude, you were chilling here like 2 hours prior, my guy. You are a G. And John Leger says, the December 3rd at 1:25 Pacific time. So it's a 4:25 game Eastern Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken, for us. So, wow, only a 4 o'clock game? That's a little surprising. Azo says 2012 rematch? I know, exactly. And the lights ain't going off this time. I just really hope the Niners don't get their revenge on the Ravens for that game, to be honest with you. Logan says, Vikings ain't even making it past the first round. I know. We get to see Josh Dobbs, on Monday night in his 4th edition of the Vikings shit show. Like I said, I've got a crazy another one for you, just like the Super Bowl thing. Fake toss. Lamar going to keep it up the middle. That's an interesting play design. And a good game by Lamar. 8:35 here in the second. So we're halfway through the second quarter, guys. Tenchi says, I want to see the Ravens and the Lions Super Bowl. My favorite team versus my second favorite team. Oh, I that would be a good one, to be honest with you. But, of course, the Ravens dominated them already. So a lot of people would be like, I don't know about that one. It's sad to say I think the Ravens might have laid a blueprint for some teams to be able to beat the Lions. I think Penei Sewell, the right tackle of the Lions, got exposed. Short pass right. That's Isaiah Likely. Makes a man miss. Makes a second man miss. And finally gets tackled like somersaults out of bounds. And he's going to be just a yard short, bringing up a 3rd and probably inches. And see, this is what guys, like we were talking about, I kept telling y'all, I love this kid. He's a CCU kid, shorter pass catching guy, and you're seeing it. Keaton Mitchell run up the middle, and looks like he got the first down, maybe. Logan says, I'm already ready for your next Raven live versus Rams. I know, technically that's 2 weeks away because the Ravens, of course, after this week, if you're not aware, have their bye week, week 13. So that's really exciting for Raven fans. The super late bye week when we're already pretty decently healthy right now. Oh, that's wonderful news. Like, 1st and 10 after the first down. They actually gave us the first down on that. Mitchell moves out wide. Empty backfield for the Ravens. Short pass. That's Likely again. And again makes a first man miss and gains like 9 yards. And motion that he needs a breather. He's coming off the field in his sophomore season. Tenchi says Lions are going to be dangerous next season. They already are. And next thing they have Like, oh yeah, Tenchi. And on top of that, if you're not aware, Hendon Hooker is sitting on the IR for the Lions. So if Goff somehow magically drops off next year, they have Hendon Hooker waiting in the wings. And they've got potential more draft picks. Oh, the Lions next year could be even more deadly, like you're saying. Oh, short pass left. That's Bateman. And another first down for the Ravens. And the passing game continues to shine for Baltimore tonight. That's hilarious, Logan. I'm glad you set the notification, my guy. Like, it's people like you, Logan, that keep me coming back, my guy, and that want me to be able to do more. And trust me, we're talking with some of these other content creators. I'm trying to do more content. And when school ends, especially before I actually find a job and get employed again, I'm going to try to do more content. So hopefully we'll see. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson on the play action, getting pressured. Oh my God, making magic happen. And a run, 5 to 6 yard gain by Lamar. And oh my God. Again, Lamar out there looked like he played Madden tonight, throwing slants. And let's watch this here. So quick play action to Keaton. One man steps up for a second man, jukes a third man, outruns one guy. Isaiah Likely throws a good block for the second and then slides before the third man hits him. And it really does. It reminds me of watching some really good high school player just out there playing with a bunch of guys that he's way better than. 2nd and 3. Oh, and a pass behind him. Odell was the target on the catch and unable to come up with the catch. A 3rd and 3 after that. Jean Leger says, Xmas game will be good. One game, 49. Oh, I know. I'm so excited for that game. Like I said, it might be a Super Bowl preview potentially. Hey, we got Joe Biden subscribing. Thank you, Mr. President, for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Can you help me find an NFL scouting job somewhere? I'd greatly appreciate it. Please don't Clinton me. Please don't Clinton me. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Jean, God, I'm telling you guys, I wish I could find a way out to that 49er game. If I could find tickets and a way out there, because I'd have to fly out to Cali and all that. Dude, if I had even good tickets, man, I think I'd just find a way out there. I'd hit up one of my old airline friends and be like, can y'all please hook me up with a ticket? One of these good old buddy passes. S4 priority. Logan, you did say, Logan said, I told you I'm never missing a live from you ever again. All caps. And he is true to his word, guys. I'll tell you, it's like one of those ones. If I ever hit the Powerball, guys, I'm coming back through my YouTube chats. I'll be like, all right, assistant, I need you to find this person across the country. And guys, can we talk about afterwards? The New England Patriots lost today against the Giants. 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down here for the Ravens. Pass coming from Lamar. Gets pressured, falls over, makes a man miss. Oh my God, he's still on his feet. He's running to the corner, stiff arms. And it looks like he's down a bounce at the first down. Lamar is just put on a show tonight, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. And he's talking to the side ref saying that's a first down, right? That's a first down. 4:35 and ticking here in the second quarter. And reaching for it, looks like he gets it. Tenchi says, after I get my first full paycheck, I'm going to put my phone turned back on and force people at work to listen to your streams. So if they don't like it, fuck them. That's hilarious. And handoff going right. And oh my God, he doesn't get there on the play. Edwards comes up short. And that's a huge stop by the Chargers on 4th down. Oh my. I expected a challenge by the Ravens on the spot. What? Wow. I am blown away right now. My gosh, and Chargers come away with a huge stop. Oh my gosh. I'm heartbroken a little bit. I don't even know what to say, guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to put a cute baby on, looking at beer, and drink some whiskey. Cheers. From Charm City. Tinchy says, and if I can't, I'm going to have the games going on the lobby. Oh, I know, right? Hey, Tinchy, no matter what, man, just don't get in trouble at work. You feel me? Like, I would actually, Tinchy, one thing I'm starting to look into, guys, and for anyone here in the channel, we're starting to look into the idea of doing a call-in show. I would absolutely love to do a call-in show. And but if I do a call-in show, I think I want to bring in like one or two people, like a panel style with me. I think that would be just make better content. I found something through Sip2 Tally. If you don't know, is Baltimore Ravens content creator. We drop into his channels, try to do as much as we can, and drop those likes and tell people to. But he does a call-in show where he uses conferencecall.com, supposedly where he can like queue up people and he can run like queues of call-ins basically. And it's free from most areas. I actually had to add credits because I use Google Voice for my phone number. But I think it would be absolutely awesome to do like a call-in show essentially and bring in people to just chat. You know, like I said, I want to do more content, but it's just it takes time. It takes time. Hey, Tenchi, that's dope. You got permission to listen to the live streams. That's a true Ravens fan right there. And I be over here sometimes, guys, while I'm drinking. I drink beer. I get smart. I could be president. I could be Joe Biden. Joe Biden subscribe to me. This is Joe Biden. Joe Biden was at a frat party one night, said, I could be president. First and 10. Chargers taking over at the 27 with 4:13 on the clock. And man, I really wish the Ravens would have just kicked a field goal or challenged the spot of the play. Run going left and gain of maybe about 3 on the play. And let's watch on this third down play. And so if Ravens had challenged the spot of the ball, it would have been a first down, is what we see there. Pass over the middle and, oh! Is that a fumble? Or is it a no catch? If it's a catch and fumble, the Ravens have it. They rule it a catch fumble. Brent Urban has the fumble return. He's telling the boys to get to the end zone. And this is going to automatically be reviewed because it's ruled a turnover. So let's wait and see. Catches it. Turns. I mean, oh, this is going to be tough. We need let's hear. We got the football analyst. Oh. So what they consider a football move, guys, one of the definitions of a football move is tucking the ball and turning upfield. And as you can see, he takes 2 steps, tucks the ball and turns upfield, and then he makes contact and loses the ball. So I think this could be a catch and then fumble technically. This is going to be close, guys. Let's wait and see. But yeah, Rish initially ruled on the field a catch and fumble recovered by the Ravens, which would be huge after and then what kind of game is this? Ravens turn it down on 4th down on a failed run to only recover it on a fumble. And I wonder who punched that ball out. Don't forget to smash that like button. And they're going to keep it. Let's go. Keaton Mitchell in the backfield for the Ravens. 1st and 10. Handoff's going to him. He's breaking off right. Makes 2 men miss. Gets to the outside. And another 1st down. Showing off that speed. 3:27 here in the 2nd quarter. And he's just short of the 1st down. It was Clowney that was given credit for the fumble. Good stuff. Thank you, Mr. Corona. And Keaton Mitchell just beats the people to the outside. Good open field miss. Ricard and Likely, their motion Ricard here. I expect a run. And Ronnie Stanley is going to jump, saying there was someone that came off across the line of scrimmage. Let's wait and see what the call is. We've got a ref in his first, I think, season calling as the head ref. Yep, we've got neutral zone infraction. Number 98, defense. 5 yards for Baltimore. Let's go. And that's a good job by Ronnie Stanley. Let's go. 1st and 10 after the penalty. Ravens now officially in the red zone. Duvernay with a jet sweep. And nothing on the play. And it looks like a cleat came off from somebody. Second and 10 after the failed sweep. Fake jet sweep, hard count. 2:04. Got to snap it for a 2-minute warning. They're not going to. Just try to get a 5-yard penalty, it looks like. And Baltimore just going to let this expire. And with that, guys, we've got the 2-minute warning here. Baltimore leading 7-3 at SoFi Stadium out there in LA. And with that, guys, pardon me, I'm going to go refill my beverage before halftime. BRB, pouring another glass. All right, we got another glass, but we're going to show off something here, guys. Azo, are you watching this on cable or a streaming platform? I am watching it on an illegal pirated stream. To keep it real, stream, your boy's poor, so real quick, I got this cool thing with a 4 Rose whiskey. So if you can kind of see here, it's a Rose Ice Cube mold for those in my chat here. I'm gonna open the ice cube here on live on stream. So you take the top off. I will admit, it does get a little tricky to get it all off. Oh, this one's got a chunk on me. It didn't freeze well. This might get tough, guys. So let me... Oh, I actually got it off beautifully here. So it's a ice rose, basically. Drop that into the drink. Cheers. Fun little thing that I got from a gift set. Hey, welcome in, Ron Duffney. Welcome in. Lamar Jackson looking deep, having to scramble out, runs into his own offensive lineman, and going to be sacked by Khalil Mack on the play. That's going to bring his 12th sack of the season. Azo says, oh shit, it's on Peacock. I have Peacock. Oh yeah, I should have said that, Azo. My bad. Logan says, what's your opinion on Lamar Jackson emoting the plane celebration on 9/11 against the Jets? What? Did he? I didn't know nothing about that, my guy. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't getting involved in that. I'm doing good, Ron. How are you doing today? 3rd and 15. Lamar Jackson trying to set up a screen, and it's well covered by the Chargers, and Lamar's just going to spike this one into the dirt. But we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. And that's going to be an ineligible receiver, so against the Ravens. Tenji says, should I do bong or dab? Oh, that's tough. You chilling, my guy. Hit the bong. Hey, Ron says, go LA. So you're a Charger fan. You're part of Bolts Up Nation? So if you're a Charger fan, let me ask you, is that you're saying Bolts Up? And if you are a Chargers fan, second thing. Do you think cornerback and offensive line might be early targets for you in free agency and draft? That's my opinion based upon watching your team early. But we'll see. We'll see. Justin Tucker out there for the field goal for the Ravens. And they've got, like, someone's got a horn or something in SoFi Stadium. They have heard whistles and all kinds of stuff. Kick is away. And down the middle as Tucker extends the lead for the Ravens, 10-3. Really wish we could have came away with the touchdown, but you can't be too mad with a good good old-fashioned field goal. Logan says there's footage of him doing it on YouTube too. Wow, I'll have to go watch that, my guy. That'd be crazy if that's true. But with this day in video editing, we'll see. We'll see. I'll wait till I watch it myself. And Ron, you said yes. Okay, so good to know. Bolts up was what the Chargers are called. I actually had to Google it, my guy. I'm going to be honest with you. It was weird. It's just weird every time not saying San Diego instead of saying Los Angeles Chargers. But, yeah, my early analysis of your team is that y'all need some awesome offensive line help and you need corner help. You brought in the big defensive signing and free agency. What was it? Dante Jackson or whatever his name was from the Patriots. Which, didn't he get arrested or something like that? Heartbreaker, I'm sure, for LA fans. Herbert, though, coming off a career game against the Packers, so since you're since you're a Chargers fan, let's give you some cool stats. So Keenan Allen was leading the NFL in targets and receptions coming to this game, of course, after Herbert's career game. According to PFF against Green Bay, Herbert has excelled against the blitz this season. 81 of 118 for 901 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's 108.8 quarterback rating against the blitz. So definitely doing well. Keenan Allen, of course, absolutely dominating zone coverages this season. Keenan Allen has 51 catches, 680 yards. That's second in the NFL in that stat line, and 2 touchdowns against zone. So been one of the absolute most zone dominating wide receivers in the NFL this season. despite the O-line of the Chargers struggling in pass coverage and run as well. So I feel for you, my guy. I feel for you. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you joining us today. And if you haven't, guys, like my boy Joe says, make sure you hit that like button. And if you really like it, I'd really appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button. We're reaching our next subscriber goal, 500 subscribers here. It would be a huge thing for our channel. And I greatly appreciate any and all help with that. DarwinsRaven on YouTube, DarwinsRaven on 20 on Twitter. And with the Tucker kick goes through the back of the end zone. And Herbert's going to have 112 out here to try to make something happen for the Chargers offense. And like they're talking about right now, guys, you know, this Ravens defense has been suffocating, honestly. And part of that is Brandon Stevens. Pat sucked, though. Oh, I know, right? Rest in peace. My stepfather passed away earlier this year. And he was a huge diehard Patriots fan. So thankfully, he doesn't have to put up with this Patriots season this year. Short pass right, and that's Allen with a catch. Maybe a gain of 5 on the play. And, of course, the Chargers are going to move to a no-huddle offense here. And there's our star, Mike McDonald, our defensive coordinator, the young buck, one of the youngest defensive coordinators in the NFL. Pass going right, and that's Allen with another catch. And my gosh, and we talked about it. There's going to be a big matchup to watch. Brandon Stevens versus Keenan Allen tonight. The target monster that is Keenan Allen. Herbert over the middle. That's Eckler, and only a gain of 3. Oh, the ball's out! And it looks like Travis Jones has it. And oh my God, that's a heartbreaker. Ruled the Ravens ball. And that's 2 fumbles on back-to-back drives by the Chargers, recovered by the Ravens on back-to-back drives. And I'm sorry, that's going to be, I think, Michael Pierce with the recovery. And that's going to be Patrick Queen. Give him credit for the strip, and Michael Pierce on the recovery. Oh my gosh, guys. The Ravens now have a chance to score again. Chargers are lacking timeouts too, so they can't even stop the Ravens if they get into a bad defensive set, basically. This is a nightmare situation. And ball security issues, I think, comes down sometimes to coaching. And again, man, it just seems like the Chargers are getting a little outcoached right now. But the offense looks pretty decent, in my opinion, for the Chargers. Like, schematically speaking. And like David Corona and Azo said, Ravens ball, let's go. Strong right formation for the Ravens. Lamar's going to look there. Has to look back over the middle, and incomplete. That's Charlie Kolar. I'm sorry, Isaiah Likely, the intended target. Michael Pierce also, can we talk about Michael Pierce, the nose tackle for the Ravens, having a resurgent year, has more pressures through 11 games this season than he has his entire career, or in one season. He's having an absolutely breakout season in Mike McDonald's defense, and we're so happy to see that. 2nd and 10, likely the motion man for the Ravens here. Pass going to him, and out of bounds, a short game, but going to make that 3rd down a little more manageable here. 16 seconds on the clock. Ravens look like, honestly, if I'm the Ravens, you take the 1st down or goal shot, and then you kick a field goal, basically. So keep an eye out now. We gonna turn David Corona into a Ravens fan? I know, right? They joke all the time that they gonna turn me to a 49ers fan because I'm in their chat so much. So Azo said, you're behind 3 plays, it seems. I wouldn't be surprised, Azo. 3rd and 6. Lamar looking deep, but gonna get... Oh, he's able to get the ball away. And Ravens jump on it just in case it's a fumble, but I think it's a pass away. And Azo, I think I am. It's I don't think there's anywhere where I can get the game at a better I'm gonna check around to see maybe if I can find the game like a little head. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I've found it before once, so let's see. Hmm. And Brandon Staley taking his final timeout to get organized. On 4th and 4, the Ravens offense is out there. Ooh. I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they're about to try to get a offsides, and then, they don't mind a 5 yards for the extra field goal. And that one's even further behind. I have not done a Peacock free trial. Lamar looking deep. He's going to bomb it, and he just throws it out of bounds. Wait, wasn't it 4th down now? Hold on, I'm sorry. My stream cut out for a second. Okay, now it's weird. Now it's back up to like speed because it just flipped to the Chargers. That's so weird. He's going to throw it deep. It's a Hail Mary and intercepted on the play. Let's go. Who got it? That's Arthur Mullet getting the interception for the Ravens. And with that, we're heading to halftime. Yeah, I just saw Azo. It didn't say anything about a free trial, but it did talk about that like there's like a really cheap offer. Let's see if they've got anything like good to watch. Let me ask chat. Anyone else got Peacock? Is it worth it? They're saying they're doubling Keenan Allen. He's still making catches, guys. Like that is. If I'm not mistaken, Tenchi, Ravens will get the ball to start the half. So. They got rid of the free trial, by the way, Azo, it says, for like the $199 Black Friday deal. Get it for $199 a month for 12 months. Apparently there's a lot of sports on Peacock, so yeah, I can understand that. Like, case in point, they own the rights to what, because it's NBC, so they own the rights to some of these games, like Sunday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, so they own Sunday Night Football, for example. Ugh. Man, that would be so good for my stream, so then I could always... Hold on, guys. Your boy's about to, I think. That was the promo code year-long at checkout. Guys, I just literally bought my Peacock thing for $1.99 a month so I can get the game at a... and see, the Amazon Prime games are free on Twitch, so I'm starting to do that more often. Let's see. All right, so I supposedly have the game on Peacock now. So hopefully this is much more up to date and like, you know, exactly. Tinchy said 199 bad if that's the way they do it, just football season then cancel. That's my saying. Basically, Tinchy, if they have every Sunday night football game, which they do, and I'm thinking about streaming more games, I can then basically just do this for Sunday night games. I get Amazon Twitch games, Thursday night football games for free. So, you know, basically I've got 2 games guaranteed now every week that, you know, I got better broadcasting on. So, you know, it's definitely worth it to get, I feel like, a little more up on the broadcast. And I think I'm ahead now. I guess we'll find out, right? Let's see how we're doing in fantasy football, guys. Let's update the quarter. Whew, 65 to 108. Still predicted to lose by 6 points somehow. I thought Lamar should have more points. There we go. Predicted to win now by 5 points. Let's go. Come on. I need Lamar Jackson to keep scoring some more points, though. I hope everyone's fantasy football is doing pretty well. And I just hope going for these 4th downs doesn't come back to bite Baltimore in the butt, basically. Yeah, the Peacock coverage is greatly ahead, so that's something. Oh, amazing. And poor Myles Garrett hurt a pop in his left shoulder, so AFC North, up and down day. Of course, Steelers had a plus 400 yards, you know. Hey, Lucky Like, what up, my guy? Sorry, I'm a little quiet. I was just sitting there reading for a moment. I'm starting to think about sliding off camera to take a dab for a moment. How are you doing tonight, though? I'm reading over my notes here, seeing if there's anything I forgot to talk about. Oh, so we talked a little bit earlier, guys, about the conspiracy theory about the Super Bowl logo colors and what it means. So if y'all don't know this, there used to be an old stat line. I've done a video on it. Whoever was the first person to beat the Eagles at home for like 4, I'm sorry, not the Eagles. Or was it the Eagles? I'm pretty sure it was the Eagles. Yeah, beat the Eagles at home, went on to win the Super Bowl for 4 years straight, and the Ravens were one of those teams. Crazy, like, just stat, kind of like the Super Bowl logo colors. Sony Deribble says, Chargers. You must be joining my boy Ron up in here, one of the other Chargers fans joining us tonight. Hey, your Chargers, though, they ain't going quietly. Like, if you didn't have those 2 costly fumbles, the Chargers would definitely be... This would be a much different game, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sony says, Chargers going to win, okay? I mean, it's a long game. I ain't gonna say nothing about who's gonna win. It's come back to bite me in the butt way too many times. Glad to see you're doing okay, though, Lucky. Haiti! But, you know, your boy Herbert's no joke. Like we were talking about a little bit earlier, I think with Ron, my early assessment of the Chargers is that they definitely need a little bit of help on the offensive line and potentially maybe at the cornerback position. I know you're a free agent signing from the Patriots didn't work out too well, but Herbert looks like he's the guy. How do y'all feel about Herbert? Lucky says, please tell him to be quiet. Hey, everyone's entitled to their opinions, you know. Just remember, opinions are supposed to be based off facts. And if you lose, I'm just kidding. What the heck is that Uber Eat commercial? Like, that was such a stupid commercial. Anyone else just saw that on the Peacock broadcast? Like, but yeah, poor New England Patriots fans. If y'all don't know, they lost to the Giants today. The Patriots now are like what 2-7 on the season. Like, Patriots fans got to be like just rolling in their graves right now. Sony says, is the game playing right now? They're just getting ready to come back from halftime. We're almost back. Azo said I was drawing. I missed it all. Hey, we got my boy Payo. Welcome in, my boy. How you been? I dropped into your stream a little earlier today. Payo always get a, what up, dog? Kickoff here, and of course, like we talked about, Ravens are going to start the second half with the football, so keep an eye on it, guys. Ravens looking like they could get someone fired tonight. Oh, I know, right? Staley has a look of panic on his face, in my opinion, especially on some of those bad calls, especially when the Chargers had to burn a second timeout super early on their defense. Oh, was not a good look. Like, 1st and 10. Oh, and Joe Saley said the Ravens couldn't stop us. We stopped ourselves. So he disrespecting the Ravens a little bit here. Edwards with the handoff going left and not much, maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Sony says, show the game. Oh, I can't do that, Sony. That would get me DMCA striked 1,000%. And I am not trying to get DMCA'd and get copyright striked as I'm approaching my first monetization goal. I believe the Gamecast is about as far as I can push it, so at least I do have the Gamecast up there for you. Oh, we got Riddleoosh. What do you think the end score will be, bro? I think Ravens 21, Chargers 14. Or I'm sorry, 17. Flowers and makes a man miss and down at the 43-yard line and likely throwing some hands with one of the Chargers guys a little bit. Yeah, and like Peo says, that is literally how I get my channel deleted. NFL would come in so fast and have my channel taken down and strike me, and I wouldn't be able to get any type of monetization for a year. It'd be rough. Edwards with a good run up the middle and maybe a gain of 4. Azo said, time to let that old man retire. Belichick, not the man he used to be. That became obvious the year after Brady left. You know, it's definitely, there's some eyebrows raised. I would say give the Patriots 1 more year. Let Belichick go find another quarterback. I think I don't know if he really liked Mac. You know what I'm saying? 2nd and 5. And I'll get to Peo's question here in just a moment. Handoff left, and Edwards not going to get there. Gain of a few. That's going to bring a 3rd and short. Peo says, what is your first memory of being a Ravens fan? You know, honestly, that's a tough one. I think, honestly, one of my first things of being a Ravens fan, I forgot which game it was, but it was one of the games where Ed Reed took a pick 6, basically, back to the house. And it was just one of those moments I was like, oh. And then watching Ray Lewis give a pregame speech, there was no going back. And Justice Hill with a big run, and he's down at the 30-yard line as the Ravens are pushing to score again. Sony says, what is the score? It is 10-3 currently, Sony. Ravens. Azo says, I don't think the Chargers will hit 14. I don't know. Their offense was pretty good. If they hadn't gotten derailed by those 2 fumbles, guys, they might have been, this might be a different game. Azo said, I also thought Trevor Lawrence would make a good Patriot. Oh, he so would. Trevor Lawrence would do so well. But then again, that would also make, they would have to go get some wide receivers. Patrick Ricard going left and, I'm sorry, Keaton Mitchell. And no gain on the play. Peo says, is going to the Ravens game a good first date idea? It's a good first date idea, Peo, if you're a Ravens fan. If you're not a Ravens fan, if you're taking someone that's not a Ravens, might not be. Logan says, back from playing homescapes. 2nd and 11. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Chargers. Lamar Jackson looking to his left. Oh, and Justice Hill unable to pull that ball in. 3rd and long for the Ravens now. Azo says, my first memory of being a Ravens fan was being an 8-year-old and going to the practice. That was 25 years ago. They were a very young team then. Oh, I bet, right? Like, Riddleoosh says, will Chargers ever force a turnover? You know, Riddleush, you can never discount Khalil Mack. If there is a turnover, I could see it coming from Khalil Mack and getting a forced fumble, potentially. That would be my guess. 3rd and 11. Blitz coming. Lamar throwing a... Oh, he had Odell, but just throws it a bit too deep. And hopefully Tucker's coming out here for a field goal to extend this lead. Payo says, I think the Pats get a roster overhaul. I agree. Payo, one of the things we've been discussing a lot is if Kirk Cousins leaves the Vikings after the season, where will he go? Patriots would be a good choice. Falcons would be a good choice. And then sneak dark horse. What if the Browns move on from Deshaun Watson and the Browns bring in Kirk Cousins to that dominant Browns team? And what that team would look like. That would be terrifying. So where do you think Kirk Cousins might land if he leaves the Vikings? Could go with Bill Belichick and try to revive that legacy, basically. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, we got field goal team out. Tucker getting ready for the kick. Shoulder motion, that's the sign. Kick is up, and of course, Tucker good from 48 yards. Baltimore now leads 13-3 and we're in the third quarter here. Payo says, what teams in the AFC would you want the Ravens to play the first round of the playoffs if you could pick? Ooh, first round in the playoffs if I could pick. I'm trying to think of the teams. I think... That's tough. I would have said the Steelers, but considering that their offense looking a little better, we'll see. That's a tough question. I'm trying to run through the AFC divisions. Chiefs, of course, are going to get in. You know what? All right, I got a weird answer for you, Payo. I'm going to say the Dolphins because I think the Dolphins would have to come to Baltimore to come play us. They lost Jalen Phillips today, one of their pass rushers. So their edge and their corners are struggling. And Tua with a chunk out of his arm and their bad history against winning teams. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little too much there. Azo said Seahawks. We've beaten them. We have a history. But, of course, they wouldn't play us in the first round because they're NFC. Payo says, I think Cousins only would go to a team he thinks is ready to win. I don't see the Pats as a viable option, my pen. Browns would be interesting. I know, right? It all depends on how they feel about Deshaun. And see, that's it. I don't know. The Steelers had 400 yards of offense. Of course, the Bengals don't think they're going to make it. You could say actually the Browns as well without Deshaun Watson. DTR suffering another concussion today. But that Browns defense is pretty scary. And BRB, guys, I'm just going to slide off camera for just a moment here. Chad Mears says, that 2000 season was special to me and made me a lifelong Ravens fan. Ray Lewis was an inspiration. And I agree, Chad. Like I said, I've actually got some of Ray Lewis's inspirational speech downloaded onto my iPod. Like when I go work out, sometimes I put on some of Ray Lewis's speeches. And one of my favorite videos, mainly featuring that 2000 Ravens defense, look it up. I don't know if it's still a video. It's called Death on Wings. It's a Ravens highlight video of the defense. And again, that's one of those videos that makes you a fan almost. Watching them fly around and play like they used to. And just watching how Ed Reed used to just play with people solidified me as a Raven fan for life. It's something I talk about with my AFC North friends a lot, that I feel like there are no safeties in the NFL that you could honestly even compare to Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu. Give the respect to that man on the opposite side of the field of us a lot of times. Troy Polamalu was an absolute animal. And him and Ed Reed, God, can you imagine if those two safeties ever could have played on the same team together, like other than the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? How terrifying that secondary could have been. Give me a moment, guys. I'm about to come back breathing fire. Oops. I let out my dab off camera. Sorry, guys. I'm not coming back breathing fire. Peo says, I think the Rams can beat the Browns next. Oh, yeah. With the quarterback situation the Browns are in, Peo, it's absolutely doable. You just got to make sure you don't commit turnovers against that really good D. And, Roquan almost comes away with the interception on the 3rd and 1. Azo said, why not the Jaguars? I don't know, man. Trevor Lawrence starting to get kind of hot. They won today, if I'm not mistaken. Peo, by the way, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'll hit you up on Twitter maybe later tomorrow. But I know we have our bye week. But then, you know who we're playing after our bye week. You know what I'm saying? Week 14, I know you know the matchup. I've already got it scheduled on my stream. How about say maybe we can do a stream together, my guy? If you're up to it, I know you do some of the watch party kind of style. I'd be definitely down to do a watch party. Chad Mears says, best 2 safeties in my mind, Troy and Ed. And I agree, Chad. I just didn't get to see a lot of Ronnie Lott when, I was younger. So that's why a lot of people, don't put Ronnie Lott into that conversation. But exactly, Peo. We definitely got to do the game collab or preview. But if you want to do the live game together, I'd be definitely down for it. You just got to make sure to shut me up every once in a while. Yeah, Azo, if you don't know, my boy Peo time here in chat is he's a Rams content creator from Canada. He's awesome dude. He gave me some great advice about using Chat GPT and stuff like that, and it's made a pretty big difference on my channel. It's actually what's funny, Peo and Azo, that y'all are both in the channel. The fact that you found me, Azo, through the Google algorithm is slightly in credit to advice that Peo Time gave me. So that's the funny part. Chad Mears says Ronnie Lott was the first great safety I knew growing up as a kid. Exactly. And that's why, I didn't get to watch Ronnie Lott, but from everyone that I know that did get to watch him, that's the only other safety I've ever even heard in the conversation with Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu. So I try to give that respect, even though, I didn't get to watch him, Got to give respect to the OG. Peo says, I'm open to it. Oh! I know, right? Peo, it's actually kind of funny. I was on Bryant Culp's show the other day talking about a little bit how I actually would love to have, other people on my broadcast consistently. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it would give better content. And there's a reason why, even on almost every single service you turn a game on, there are 2 commentators. Usually one is a stat guy and analyst, and one guy is colorful commentary. You know what I'm saying? And just, no one likes to hear 2 people at the same time. Or one person all the time is what I meant to say, sorry. Sony says, tell the game. I'm sorry, man, it's on commercial. It's... They're showing a spicy, chunky Campbell's chicken noodle soup commercial featuring Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Is that what you want to hear? But I am sorry. My apologies, Sony. I'm just messing with you. I appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, Peo, man. Dude, I'm that close to that first monetization goal of 500, man, which would be huge. If I do, I'm dedicating all the money back into the channel. I might find someone that might help me do some video editing and stream management, basically. And Lamar Jackson with a keeper up the middle, good gain of maybe about 7 on the play. Going to bring up what I think is going to be a 2nd and 3. But later, Peo, thanks for dropping in, my guy. I appreciate you as always, and I'll hit you up on Twitter and we'll talk more about the collab. Have a great night, my guy. 9:30 on the clock here. Again, 13-3, and it's officially a 2nd and 2 after the run by Lamar. Likely the man in motion for the Ravens. Handoff going up the middle. That's Keaton. Oh, he's in the open field. He makes 3 men miss and finally stumbles down past the 50-yard line. And Keaton Mitchell with his first big run of the night. Let's watch it, ladies and gentlemen. This is just inside zone. Run up the A-gap. Strong man's through one man. Juke stiff arm. Powers through the second man, trying to strip the ball from Keaton from behind, and then keeps running, and then finally stumbles down. That's going to be officially a 29-yard run on the play. Fake toss left. Lamar scrambling out, and he's just going to toss this ball away, and Staley's screaming for intentional grounding. And we've got the flag out now. We're expecting that to be grounding. Let's wait and see. Chad Mears says Ronnie Lott helped the Niners win a Super Bowl with Joe Montana. Yep. Was that lightning? What the fuck? I don't know whether my lights just flashed, guys, or I just saw lightning outside. A little terrified on that. And as the rules analyst is saying, that is absolutely intentional grounding. So after that, 2nd and 22. Lamar steps up, got a man over the middle. That's going to be Nelson Aguilar with a huge 22-yard catch. And he's out of bounds at the first down marker. 8:15 on the clock. And this is Nelson Aguilar. They're calling this an over route. Basically just like a deep in. Oh, a little screen pass and almost intercepted. Sorry, excuse me. Logan says, I'm a swear if we lose this. Oh, I would be too. Samuel Jr. almost comes up with a great interception on the screenplay. Oh. And I guess Zay was someone who was supposed to block. And Baltimore is just going to take a timeout on the 4th and inches. He literally says, hey, man, let's just make sure we got the play right. Let's. Chad Mears says, Florida is the lightning capital. It is, especially during football season. And wow, they didn't give Aguilar the first down is the problem here when it looked like he clearly had the first down. So twice we've had a bad spot. That's clearly a first down. So it should have been a first down from the start, but twice the Baltimore Ravens have had bad spots. So Chargers kind of got screwed on 2 bad 15-yard penalties early, and then the Ravens have got kind of screwed on 2 really bad placements of the ball. Yeah, Chad, it's not even rain season right now, though. You know what I'm saying? But 4th and inches, 7:58 here, 15 seconds on the play clock. Power shotgun, handoff, and Gus Edwards able to get across the line, initially stopped short, but able with a second effort to get across the line, and that's Gus the Bus, 230-pound fullback. Whew, that was too close. And you can even see, you just saw Harbaugh. Oh, that was too close. Literally what he just said verbatim, I feel like. And yeah, Gus gets stopped about a half-yard short and able to just push ahead. His knee might have been down a little early, but I don't think there's time to challenge. Baltimore leading with 124 rushing yards to, I believe that was 37 of the Chargers. Oh, bad pass by Lamar. Little short and on the ground. Bateman, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 after the bad pass. And there we go. Fastest quarterback to 5,000 rush yards in NFL history. Lamar Jackson, 82 games. The next quarterback behind him, Michael Vick with 104. And I really appreciate the running that I see out of Lamar this season. Even though there is design play runs for Lamar, run plays, I feel like they're better plays for him. You know what I'm saying? Quick little screen pass for Zay, makes one man miss, spins out of a second, but still going to get tackled for a loss on the play. That's going to be a loss of 2, it looks like, bringing up a 3rd and 12. So another 3rd and long for the Ravens, 6:55 here in the 3rd. Oh, they're going to mark him down by contact, I think actually a little earlier. Might be the right call, might be wrong. Either way, it's a matter of a yard or 2. 3rd and 15. Trips right for the Ravens. Likely the lone guy left. Lamar looking deep left. Off the hands of his receiver. That's, I believe, Aguilar. And, had what would have been a first down for the Ravens. Yep, Aguilar. And would have been potentially a first down for the Ravens. Started in the slot from the right. He's going to work across the field, it looks like. And the ball just a little behind Aguilar, but I don't know, man. You got to catch that ball. Jordan Stout out here for the punt. Oh! Justice Hill just destroyed Leonard, the special teams defender for the Chargers. That was almost highlight material. Azo said, Lamar is getting antsy and there's no reason for it. He does this a lot. We have to lead and he starts making bad plays. Chill. Don't get me wrong. He missed like that 1 or 2 deep throws. A little bad throw short there, but I ain't mad. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We got screwed on those 2 plays that should have given us first downs. And I'm telling you, that destroys the momentum of a play caller a little bit when it should have been a first down. You nailed it. You nailed the play call. Nailed the pass. Perfect. Oh, 3rd and short. Shit, now it's 4th and short. Like, and just it messes with the rhythm that you were going with a little bit. Tenchi says, I like seeing Lamar take less risk while running also. I agree, and I see that. I don't properly know how to describe yet. If I watched some more film replay, I could probably tell you. But the type of running calls for this season for Lamar, I feel like differ greatly from that of Greg Roman's design plays for Lamar. And I feel like these design plays are keeping Lamar way safer, And I know I've seen some Raven fans screaming. Let me address this, okay? As someone that's played football, let me address this. Because you don't understand this point unless you've actually played football. So I've seen some of members of the Ravens flock, and they're talking about how they hate this screen game. The screen game's not working. Why do you keep running these screens? Well, every once in a while they kind of do work. We saw a good screen work last week. The reason you run those short screen games is because it forces usually stacked coverages, because you're usually stacking 2 to 3 guys over top each other to set the screen, which already sets a different set of rules for the defensive backs in coverage. They have to know, okay, playing high, low, you going with the crosser, am I going over, under, it causes communication. And of course, if there's communication that has to be made, there's a chance for communication error. The second part of this, with them having to make communication problems, it also forces the defensive backs to come play closer to the line of scrimmage. And I'm telling you, when I used to play safety a little bit, I used to have to, when I wanted to play 10 yards offline, I had to play like 5 to 3 because I had to respect the screen game of the other team. It doesn't give the chance of the defensive backs of the other team to play off and play this more lax zone coverage where they can catch their breath a little bit. And that's a little bit of more of the game planning and scheming of the offense and the long haul. But 1st and 10, they're heading to a no-huddle offense after a successful pass. Short pass going right here. Stone with the tackle. Sony says the game is over. Who win? Oh, the game is not over, man. It's 13-3 with 5:35 here in the third, and Herbert's moving to a no-huddle offense as the Chargers are definitely just trying to get something going on. Looks like they're moving to like the Peyton Manning, hurry up but wait, because they're going no huddle, but he's taking his time making adjustments, it seems like. Herbert setting up a screen pass right. Roquan chasing him down, and that's a first down for the Chargers. And they might have something going here. Of course, with the Ravens not having Marlon Humphrey tonight, I am surprised they haven't gone after that a little harder. And good just set up there by the Chargers offensive lineman. Broderick Washington ate dirt on the play for the Ravens. Herbert making another adjustment at the line. Looks like he's just taking command of the offense right now. Handoff going to Eckler. Oh, no, it's an RPO slant going right to Keenan Allen. Man, they had us and the cameraman fooled on that play. And Allen with a good catch off the right side. Chargers offense, one of the fastest when they're in the no huddle. The stat line just showed I think I just filled it. 2nd and 4 after the slant pass. 4:15 on the clock in the third. And Herbert, again, looking like a young Peyton Manning out there, making adjustments. Trips left for the Chargers. Herbert looks there. Screen pass. That's Allen. And going to be about a yard short here. Probably bringing up a 3rd and 1. And again, thank y'all, everyone who's been joining us so far for the game here on Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Raven, a.k.a. Levi, whatever you want to call me. And the Chargers are finally going to huddle up here for a little bit. A quick play call, though. I definitely expect a run call just based off how short the play call was. Single back formation here. Tight here. Tight in motion right. Play action, though. Short pass right. Good. And Kyle Van Noy tips it. And they're going to say it hits the ground. Man, it looked like Kyle Van Noy able to tip the ball, and it looked like it was going to be a catch, but let's see. Great tip by Kyle Van Noy. And ball definitely hits the dirt there. We got to get ready to find a Kyle Van Noy gift, guys, because he has been playing outstanding since being picked up by the Baltimore Ravens. My apologies, Sony. I'll get you that 1 second. It's a 4th and 1. The Chargers are going for it. Ball's at the 49-yard line of the Chargers, so basically the 50-yard line. Handoff, and he's going to get there on second effort, and Chargers are going to get a first down at the 50-yard line with 3:15 here in the third quarter. You know what's kind of funny, Sony? I actually appreciate you reminding me to include important information in a podcast-style format. 1st and 10, split back formation. Keenan Allen moving out of the backfield right. It's going to go there. Should have been just obvious. Kyle Hamilton able to make a shoestring tackle in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. The sophomore from Notre Dame looking outstanding. And, I mean, based upon the play design, you would expect that ball going to Keenan. So, great job by Kyle Hamilton to spin out of a block and make a tackle in the backfield. 2nd and 12, 2:22 on the clock. Herbert dropping back, gets pressured, gets the ball off, and great coverage. That's Brandon Stevens on the play. Make it an absolute shut down play on a 3rd and 12 or a 2nd and 12, bringing up 3rd and 12. And we've got Quentin Johnston, the rookie out of TCU. Looks like he might have came up injured on the play. The intended receiver on the play. Great coverage by Brandon Stevens on the play. Again, if you're here, guys, please vote for Brandon Stevens for the Pro Bowl. And I think that's Quentin Johnson down for the Chargers now. We might be headed for an injury timeout. That's never want to see that. Sony says, you is going to lose. Hey, you know, it's a good game. It's a good game. I was wondering what it was going to go because we talked about a little in the pregame, Sony, like the PFF stat lines and like your O-line not being the best run blocking or pass blocking. However, Herbert has played outstanding. Keenan Allen is a target monster. Khalil Mack has still got a little bit of juice. And honestly, whoever is game planning for the Chargers has done a good job. So the Ravens are without two of their backup linebackers. However, one of the guys, the third stringer, Malik Harrison, former Ohio State linebacker, even though he's listed inside, has actually played a little bit as an outside linebacker in some of our run stuffing defensive packages. And without him, I feel like the Baltimore Ravens outside run defense has struggled. And I feel like the Rams have actually done a great job of exposing that. Like, even though like it doesn't seem like the yards have added up, like I feel like I've seen good runs. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Just those fumbles have been absolute drive killers for y'all. Like, y'all made an excellent fourth down stop to only fumble it away, basically. You look like the Ravens in the early season. But honestly, on that Travis Jones sack, guys, I really want to make a clip from the actual game because, oh my God, was that so nice. Like, third and 12 after the pass breakup by Brandon Stevens. We're going to hope Quentin Johnson's okay. Third and 12. And we've got a flag on the play. And, looked like Owe might have gotten there for a sack. But let's see what the flag is. 2:15 here in the third. Or 2:17, I'm sorry. And that's going to be a false start against the offense. Repeat third down. So now we're going to back up the Chargers even further. Gosh, and I need some more points out of Keaton Mitchell and Lamar, guys. So for those that don't know, I'm currently 5-6 in my fantasy football, teetering on the edge. My boy Payo Time, who was in the chat earlier, is part of our fantasy football league. If you hang around and chat long enough for the season, you'll be able to join us next year. Oh, weird little trick play by the Chargers. Keenan Allen catches it and then throws it back to Austin Eckler. And that's a first down. What a trick play by the Chargers. What do you call that? And I'm trying to take notes, guys, to make also clips of games of some of these plays later. I would love to make clips of some of this stuff and put them on shorts on my channel. Because, of course, you've got to be able to do that kind of stuff. Baltimore is officially going to challenge the ruling of a backward pass on the play. It looked like a backward pass in my opinion, guys, but we'll see. It was 3rd and 17, Sony. They gave them a first down. It looks like half a yard backwards to Eckler. So Sony, Justin Herbert pass to Keenan Allen, who then tossed the ball to the far right sideline. It looked backwards to Austin Eckler, who was kind of working on like a wheel route, basically out of the backfield, or a delayed release kind of deal. And wow, just wow. And it resulted in a first down officially on the field. But like I said, Baltimore has officially challenged the play. And we are now on a challenge timeout looking at commercials. So, crazy. So, of course, we gave some Charger stats earlier. Let's give a couple. Let's run down some of the pregame talk earlier, guys. So we talked about, of course, the injuries. Marlon Humphrey being out for the Baltimore Ravens, as well as Malik Harrison and Trenton Simpson, the backup linebacker, both interior backups linebackers for the Baltimore Ravens. Such much that they elevated Josh Ross, the former undrafted rookie free agent, to the active roster for this game. Baltimore leads the all-time series against the LA Chargers 8-6. The last meeting against the LA Chargers came in 2021, where the Ravens won 34-6. Of course, the Ravens currently hold the number 1 seed and a bye next week, so this win is kind of important for the Ravens. This actually is the first road game for the Ravens since October 29th. We talked about this a little bit in our stream earlier. Prior to the Seattle Seahawks game, 6 of Baltimore's final 9 games were at home, but 7 of those last 9 home games were against winning teams. So FTN actually had Baltimore ranked as the second hardest remaining schedule of the season, despite having an overwhelming amount of their final games at home. Of course, they started the season with a lot of road games, racked up a lot of miles. However, they did go 4-1 on the road this year. And it is it is a backward pass. It is a first down. All of it stands. First down, LA Chargers. And oh my gosh, guys, it is backwards pass probably by inches. And then the line to gain. And the Ravens didn't get that call earlier on the line to gain, but the Chargers did. First down, Chargers. They finally get something to go their way. Herbert going left and off the hands of his receiver. That's number 15 of the Chargers. Sorry, I don't know the names of the Chargers wide receivers yet. Let me ask you, Sony, since you're a Chargers fan, how do you feel about Joe Staley and your coaching staff of the Chargers? Fan, fire him. How do you feel about Kellen Moore? I actually covered Kellen Moore a little bit in the offseason when Baltimore was looking for an offensive coordinator. I want to hear his thoughts, especially about Kellen Moore more than anything, probably. 2nd and 10, Herbert over the right side, and that's another catch by Keenan Allen. Just, again, target monster. And Herbert, again, upping the tempo of the Chargers here. 3rd and 125 here on the clock. Run up the middle, that's Eckler, and a solid run of maybe about 6 or 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a first down for the Chargers. 1:15 left here in the 3rd quarter as the Chargers are marching down the field. I think they're on the edge of the red zone. I'll tell you here momentarily. They're okay. Okay, I can understand that. Give them another year is my opinion. Let's see how it goes. Ball officially at the 25-yard line of the Ravens. So Chargers knocking on the door of the red zone. Screen pass going right. Kyle Van Noy on it for the Ravens, and only a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 8 with 40 seconds left. We've got a tight game here, guys, in SoFi Stadium. Will the Ravens be able to hold on to their lead and clinch the first seed of the AFC? Or will they flop like the Ravens of the old and in the final seconds? Stick around to find out here on Darwin's Raven. Kyle Hamilton looks like he might be coming on the blitz. 2nd and 7. Play clock's out. Ravens are screaming for it, and there's the flag. And we've got a delay of game on the Chargers. Back them up 5 yards on the play. 7 seconds on the game clock. It's officially now a 2nd and 13. Okay, you feel good about them? You feel good about your coaching staff? Okay. And with that, of course, the play clock, our game clock, going to expire because that's just how it works with after a penalty on offense. There's usually a 10-second runoff, and then the game clock starts on the play clock start up sign of the refs. So with that, Chargers are going to flip this to the opposite side of the field, and we're going to get started here shortly, guys, with the 4th quarter of this game. Again, Baltimore leads 13-3 as the Chargers knock on the red zone of the Baltimore Ravens. And with that, guys, officially we have hit the 1,000 view mark of this channel, or this video today. Definitely not been performing as well as some of our past videos. But, I was watching my boy Tom Grossi's videos today, the owner of the Pack Cast. One of the big inspirations here on our channel. We've been rated by him a few times, and he rated one of our buddies, David McNiner, one of our 49er friends and content creators. So we were really happy to see him get rated recently. But even Tom Grossi was saying, man, these months are kind of slow usually, and the views are down a little bit. So at least that gave me a little bit of, Riddleloose dropping back in says, are Chargers good at scoring inside red zone before this game? Oh, you know what? I'm not sure, but I will go and try to find that stat for you. Because I pay for PFF's premium stats. I did so specifically for this channel's purposes to try to create better content and create more stat lines for y'all. So I will see if I can find that for you. So might not be the most accurate. Quick stats though. LA Chargers ranked number 2 in red zone scoring percentage, touchdowns only this season. Coming away, it says, with 66.67% of touchdowns in the red zone this year. Baltimore ranked actually number 4th in that category as well. So, we might have to keep a heavy eye right now on the what the heck just happened? My game cut out. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment. Of course, my game cut out at a very crucial time. Like, it asked me to re-sign in is what it did. There we are. And man, Keenan Allen, look at that. Is that 11? No, that was not tonight. Herbert going over the middle, got a man. Oh! And tackled by Roquan from behind, and that's another first down for the Chargers. Ball at the 13-yard line. So 14 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock here in the 4th quarter, and the Chargers are in just outside 1st and goal, basically a first down. So yeah, to answer your question, Riddleluge, from what I see, they are actually one of the better red zone offenses in the NFL this season, at least in scoring touchdowns. Screen pass, and oh my God, absolutely blown up by Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith at the same time. At the same damn time. Oh, Eckler's gonna feel that one tomorrow. He's gonna say, "Man, can we watch some? Can we not run screen so much?" Like, absolutely just blown up on the play. Poor Austin Eckler. 2nd and 14. Trips left formation for the Chargers. Herbert's looking there. Has to scramble right. Gets a pass off. That's going to be Joshua Kelly. And makes some good moves. What would have been a loss. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And going to be 3rd and long here. This is basically 3rd and goal if you're honestly thinking about it. 13 minutes here on the clock. It's a 3rd and 14, but the ball is officially spotted at the 16, it looks like. So 2 yards past line to gain is the goal line. So this is basically a 3rd and goal. Ravens look like they might bring one. They don't. Backs out. Oh, good pass rush by Clowney. He gets there. It's a strip sack. Ravens look like they got it. It looks like Clowney's got it. Let's go, Ravens! Clowney is just paying dividends for the Ravens. And I'm sorry, Jadeveon, I don't have the gift for you, my guy. And the Ravens make a clutch goal line stop, basically. 4 turnovers for the Chargers tonight, 0 for the Ravens. And that's truly going to be the story of this game. And I'm sorry, that's going to be, I think, Michael Pierce with the recovery. Clowney working on the right tackle. Good rip move. Able to get on the arm of Herbert and then just gets that ball. No, Clowney does get it, actually. So Clowney gets the strip sack and the recovery. Good on him. He might get paid after this season, to be honest with you again. He came to Baltimore on a 1-year deal, hoping to show off, and he is balling out trying to get that Super Bowl ring. See, Clowney, the thing is this. Raven fans know we tried to get Clowney to come to Baltimore for years before he went to Cleveland. Then he went to Cleveland. Then he was a free agent. Then Cleveland kept him. Then he was a free agent again. And he finally come to Baltimore. And now look what he's doing in Baltimore. Clowney, we could have been dominating all this time, homie. Let this be a lesson to any free agent that's thinking about coming to the Ravens next year. Mike McDonald, if he's still there, will make use of you. I promise you. You could be part of a historic defense next year. Offense, Todd Monken's doing his thing. Anyone and everyone can get their bread. You feel me? Raven fans should honestly be stoked about the future. And especially as long as Antonio Pierce tears it up for the Raiders or at least looks good, he could be the head coach, because we've heard the whispers that Mike McDaniels might be looked at as a head coach candidate potentially because of how good the Ravens defense has been and the growth of some of the players in the scheme and just game planning. And that's a nightmare for Baltimore. We don't want to let Mike McDonald go anywhere, honestly. I know, Chad. Chad Mears says the Raven defense is stepping up. They really are. Clowney be stepping up. Matabike, Clowney having like a career year. Matabike, career year. Brandon Stevens, career year. Oweh, Roquan, everybody know Roquan. Roquan's 2nd in the NFL in tackles before this game. You know what I'm saying? Might come away with this game actually now leading the NFL in tackles. Everyone's honestly, the sad part for Ravens flock is that the one disappointment on the defensive line this year is Broderick Washington, the man that got an extension. He got absolutely just destroyed on that screenplay earlier. Logan says, we won this game. Oh, Logan, don't be saying that, my guy. Until the Ravens score another touchdown. If the Ravens score another touchdown, I would be confident saying that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Lamar coming out here, trying to extend the lead here for the Ravens. Ball at the 23-yard line. Handoff up the middle. I believe that's Gus Edwards for a pretty solid game, maybe about 4. Oh no. Bad news. Justin Herbert just went into the injury tent, Charger fans. That is horrible news. Apparently, not only is it his hand, but potentially his left leg. But I'm thinking it's his hand. And you got to love, someone came out of the medical bulletin as he went in. Lamar Jackson, 2nd and 5, empty backfield for the Ravens. Strong left formation. Looks there, then looks back right, and ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be, I believe, number 45 of the Chargers defense. No, I'm sorry, number 98, Johnson. And now a 3rd and 5, 11:45 here in the 4th quarter. Chad Mears in chat says, we need our offense to step up now. We just need to run the ball effectively. Honestly, I don't even like seeing that pass. I'd rather just keep running the ball. Logan says, I told you we're winning this game. My dog just came and sat by me. Doesn't mean she's scared. Maybe there is lightning going on. Likely the man in motion for the Ravens. Lamar looking left. Pressure. Backs out of it. He's looking deep. Got Zay. Oh, and off the hands of Zay. And he's looking for a flag, hoping for one, but rightfully so, there is not. 4th and 5. Punt team probably coming out for the Ravens. And let's see here. Lamar looking for Odell on the slant. It's not there. Zay bust down the seam. Got a step on his man, but just like 2 inches past his hands. Just can't hit those deep passes, sadly. Jordan Stout gets the punt away. Good punt. Ball at the 20. He's still returning, though. Going up the right sideline. And he's down at the 40-yard line of the Chargers. Great return of about 20 yards. But we've got some flags on the play. Let's see what's going on. Hey, we got my boy Joe Stevens dropping into the chat. Joe Stevens is a Seahawks content creator. My boy from Seahawks Talk. I got to get the GIF up from my boy. What up? But what up, big dog? What up? Welcome in, my guy. We do some shows with Joe Stevens. We're trying to get back on to more regular shows with him. I just know also we have the Rams collab coming up. We've got Niners collab coming up after that as well. But Joe, I am almost done with school. December 15th. You can mark it on your calendar. I'll be done with school, homie. But Chad Mears saying run. I agree. We need to run the ball. Hopefully after this commercial break and we get back to the game and offense comes back out, we will see a stronger running game from the Ravens. I need to get Keaton Mitchell some points, man. So I need some handoffs to Keaton Mitchell. You feel me? And Logan says, I ain't afraid of saying it. Logan says, say it with your chest. You ever been benching and your bench partner who's spotting you just low-key say some weird stuffs? What's the weirdest thing your bench partner who's spotting you could say to you as he's standing over you? You got some purty teeth, boy. And again, guys, we're on commercial break, so just enjoy again. Enjoy this Canadian baby eyeing his beer saying, I can't wait till I'm old enough to drink that like daddy. He'd be stunned like his daddy at 15, not 18. Honestly, guys, I just found this GIF on the trending. When I check the game, sometimes I go check trending GIFs and add them into the OBS, formula here. And who doesn't like to see, for those that can't see, there's at the Toronto, so it was at the LA Angels Toronto Blue Jays game, I'm guessing at Toronto. There was a really cute picture of a baby with earmuffs and a bib on, Toronto Blue Jay bib on. And his dad's holding a beer, and the baby is just so fixated on the beer. And then he just like gives like the weirdest like eyes widen, and then he just like looks at it curiously, and then just smirks like, yeah, I'm gonna drink that. Even though, of course, babies can't drink beer. Come on. And don't forget, if you're a homer, you can drink beer and become president. Herbert going short right. That's Keenan Allen with another catch. Can we just, hold on. I got to do a highlight. I got to do it. Every once in a while, guys, I get ideas for clips that I want to do. Herbert running left. He's taking off. Queen, oh my God. Herbert ends up keeping it, runs. What's that official gain? Hold on. A 36-yard run by Justin Herbert. Patrick Queen making a shoestring tackle at the 20. And the Chargers are back in the red zone just like that. And it looked like the Ravens might have had an injury on that after that play. Enter Brady says, I want to see the game, bro. I know, man, but I can't show it. I'd get DMCA striked, and I can't afford that. Riddlew says, what's the most amount of turnover you've seen in one game? I think we've seen like 7 or 8 turnovers in one game before, if I'm not mistaken, Riddlew. Horrible, horrible football in those games. I feel like between both teams there, we might have seen more. Chad Mears says, my father gave me a sip of beer when I was a toddler. You know, it's an old thing in the South to take, like, when kids are having teething issues, to take, like, some, like, whiskey, brandy, something, like, real strong and just, rub it on their gums. I'm not saying I support that. That sounds like potential child abuse charges. So I don't want to get involved in that. First and 10:30 here in the fourth quarter. Chargers now in the red zone. Handoff going up the middle. Eckler making a good move, going left, and gain of maybe about 6 on the play. Logan says, I can make orange rhyme with banana. Borana. Exactly. You can stretch words and you can make up words, man. Make a new slang word. They always add new words to the dictionary. Be a trendsetter. Make a word. Say something nonsensical and then just hype it on TikTok till it becomes a thing. The American dream. 2nd and 4. Herbert looking left. Got a man short. That's going to be a first down and some. And that's down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Chargers now. As long as they can avoid these fumbles, the Chargers might... Again, if the Chargers could have avoided the 3 fumbles they've had in this game, this would be a vastly different game. And you just saw right there, Mike McDonald looked frustrated on the Ravens sideline. Looked like he was cussing a little. Ravens look like they might bring a blitz. Let's see if they do. Handoff going up the middle. And gain of maybe about a yard. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal with about 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Riddlew says, are the Chargers going to turn it over again? God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Sony Derival says, what time in the game? 8:55 in the fourth quarter. 2nd and goal. Again, Chargers now on like the 3.5-yard line looking to score. Keenan Allen singled out on the top side of the formation left. Now in motion. Look for him to go there. Looks there, but doesn't go there. And, Herbert misses Guyton over the middle. Kyle Hamilton in coverage, but Guyton was open. But Herbert looking left to Keenan Allen on that motion play. Doesn't go there. Backpedaling, kind of falling off his heels. Tries to get this ball off to Guyton over the middle and just puts it about a half step too far ahead of him on the play. Ravens get a little lucky on that. Ravens defender might have jumped on the play, forcing a hard throw. 3rd and goal, 8:36. Herbert looking left, got a man, and fighting into the end zone. That's number 7 of the Chargers. Putting on a... Did he just squirrel dance? That's Everett, if I'm not mistaken, the tight end of the Chargers. Did he just hit the squirrel dance, Ray Lewis's signature dance, on the Ravens? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Nah, bro. Nah. You just put it on you. You just put bad juju on you. Patrick Kenner joining us for Patricia. I'm sorry, Kenner joining us first time in chat. Welcome, welcome, Ravens fan, part of Flock Nation. 8:32, and with the PAT, it's a 13-10 game. Ravens still holding on to a narrow lead as we are deep here in the fourth quarter, guys. And of course, this game in LA at SoFi Stadium. Sony DeRivel says, "You lose, you lose." Ha! So, hey, Sony, I'm telling you, you can ask some of my subscribers that came in from the Colts game that we called. Stay humble. Stay humble. That's all I got to say. It's as Ray Lewis once infamously said, "Put on a smile. It's a 60-minute ball game." Trying to do my best Ray Lewis impression. Let's do another Ray Lewis impression here. "Can't hurt me. I'm a machine, jerk." Logan says, "Come on, Ravens, do not lose it." I told you, Logan, chill. You always got to chill on like that win talk. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind bragging. But like, I'm always like, don't brag till it's over. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse than talking smack and then they turn it on you. You know what I'm saying? Be humble when, but at the same time, if someone tries to talk smack at you and you got scoreboard, that's all I'm saying. Scoreboard's the best argument, always and forever. Scoreboard. And then the scoreboard don't matter till the fourth quarter, as one coach infamously said. A reporter once asked a coach, "How many points do you think you'll have to score to beat X, Y, Z, insert whatever NFL team there?" The answer, more. And it's as simple as that. Sony says, "Yeah, baby. Chargers is going to win." I'm sorry I keep saying Rams. It really messes with me that there's two LA teams and we play them basically back-to-back, ignoring the bye week, essentially. And again, thanks for everyone joining us here on Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi, whatever you want to call me here on YouTube. I appreciate you joining us here tonight. My God, does that food look amazing. Your boy can't wait to go eat. I've got leftover rolls from Texas Roadhouse waiting for me after this game. Oh, we got James Klein Sr. join us in. He says, "Come on, Chargers." Welcome, welcome in, my guy. I know. Congrats on that touchdown. And there, it was right on it. Everett just did the squirrel Ray Lewis's dance on the Ravens. You cannot let him do that, guys. Ravens got to respond in tow. You cannot let them do the Ray Lewis dance on us like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this kick's going to go through the back of the end zone. And officially 8:32 as Lamar comes out here looking to score. Riddaloosh says, "Do the Chargers have a good defense in general?" So prior to the Joey Bosa injury, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, I feel like were really the only stars. They brought in a big free agent cornerback in the offseason that didn't work out. But looking at their pass rush rate, according to PFF, ranked 20th, run defense ranked 21st, and coverage ranked 23rd. So middle, lower of the pack for the Chargers defense, but they're playing pretty good tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's Gus Edwards with a catch and able to get a first down for the Ravens, and that's a good sign for the Ravens offense. Riddaloosh says, when years did Ray Lewis play? What was it, 96 to 2012? I believe they just showed that on the TV. Somewhere like that. He was part of the original draft class, and then I believe it was 2012 was the last Super Bowl. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure on that. Handoff going up the middle. That's Gus Edwards, and another solid gain. Looks like maybe about 5 on the play. And they're going to rule it as 5. 7:45 here in the fourth. And we're kind of glad, honestly. We talked about this in the Bengals game. We never like to see really injuries, especially when we're playing good, clean football, like the other team's not being dirty.
So when we saw Herbert going down, I was a little worried. Same thing with Quentin Johnson. And we're glad to see that he's healthy and doing well. 2nd and 5 after the run by the Ravens. We want to see a healthy dose of this running game with a healthy dose of play action meddled into it. Let's see. 5 seconds on the play clock. Ravens got to get it off. They do. Handoff going right. That's Keaton Mitchell. Gets through the break. Makes a man miss and out of bounds, but not after picking up a first down. And Keaton Mitchell picking me up some fantasy points tonight as we need. I'm going to check on my fantasy football team real quick, guys. We got Lamar Jackson and Keaton Mitchell starting for us tonight. Azo says, you are correct. He retired after that win. You know, and for those that don't remember, Ray Lewis had a tricep injury, believed to be season-ending that year, went through living hell to fix that tricep to come back in the playoffs. And, you know, prior to the Super Bowl and the other playoffs games, he was having an outstanding run. And we've got a flag. They're going to call it dead. That's probably a false start on Ronnie Stanley. Let's see what the official call is. Yep, and that's going to be a false start on Ronnie Stanley. Back up the Ravens 5 yards. For those that don't remember, so when he tore his triceps, supposedly one of the things he was doing, he was turning up electrode therapy to the max settings on the tricep while also like lifting while it was going at max settings. He said it was insanely painful, but that was one of the things that allowed him to come back. You know, did he do some HGH just like Peyton Manning? Who knows? Do I care? No. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Screen pass right going Zay Flowers and able to gain a couple yards, maybe about 5 on the play. 2nd down, 6:20 here on the clock. And this is what I want to see from the Ravens. I want to see a really good long drive. I want to see like a 5 to 8 minute drive with a touchdown on the board. I really don't want to kick a field goal and make this a 16-10 game and leave the Chargers in this, basically. A touchdown could really help seal this game away for the Ravens. Shotgun set. Lamar having to rush out right. Finds a man. That's Keaton Mitchell. And another first down for the Ravens. And I believe they're approaching the 35-yard line of the Chargers. Chad Muir says, Ray Lewis was the greatest linebacker to me, number 52. Riddlelush says, HGH is not allowed to sports Zoom. It is not. And, you know, I took classes originally as a nuclear medicine technician major and a surgical technician major at college. I had these talks with my professor. The growth of Peyton Manning's forehead is a direct side effect of HGH, human growth hormone. It is very obvious that Peyton Manning was taking HGH to help try to fix his nerve injury in his shoulder during his Super Bowl run. And he was accused of that after the Super Bowl run, but they let it go because, you know. But if we're going to talk about Ray Lewis being a Hall of Famer, can we give credit to Ozzie Newsome and Eric DeCosta, the Hall of Fame tight end, future Hall of Fame front office staff? And I think he might be the first person ever to go in the Hall of Fame as a player and a front office staff. I'm not sure on that, and I can't wait for that day. Like, he has changed the game of scouting and compensatory picks in the NFL. Keaton Mitchell, handoff going right and dragging a man with him. He's down 2 yards short of the first down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 with 4:20 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, for those that don't know, one of the most obvious and direct side effects of human growth hormones is the growth of bone plates that are supposed to stop growing at phases in your adult life. One of them being the frontal bone right here, basically, and that's why Peyton Manning has such a large head. It's partly due to HGH. 3rd and 3, actually, officially. Handoff to Justice Hill. He's going to be short. Gains maybe 2 yards, but it's going to be a 4th and 1 at the LA 23, and it looks like Tucker's marching out to take a 16-10 lead. with 3:25 here and ticking. So if the Ravens maximize time usage, there will be about officially 3 minutes on the clock when, knock on wood, Justin Tucker makes this kick. Logan says he's putting on the Ravens jersey for good luck. I feel you, homie. I feel you. Let's cue up that Tucker gif. 2 seconds on the play clock. They get it off, 44-yard attempt. Ball's hooking. It misses left. Ravens rush the kick with only one timeout to use, and Tucker misses. And now the Chargers are going to get the ball back close to the 50-yard line with about 3 minutes on the clock. Oh my gosh. And this is going to be an uncomfortable question for Ravens flock as we head to commercial break. This is something I want to bring up a little bit. Justin Tucker's a Hall of Fame kicker. Let's not get it twisted. I love Justin Tucker. I never want him to go anywhere, and I hope he continues to play. But if you were the most accurate kicker in NFL history, and you've played, more than 10 years at this point now, would you not think about, and you already got one, kind of best kicker contract in the NFL. You got paid at least one good time. You've got potential in broadcasting and play calling. You're an opera singer. I think every broadcast booth in the world would love to bring Justin Tucker into the broadcast booth. I think he's almost Tony Romo-ish, good personality. You know what I'm saying? He'd probably make more money as a broadcaster than he would as a kicker for the Ravens. And as he misses kicks here and there, would you rather retire as the most accurate kicker in NFL history or hang out a little longer? Patrick Queen misses a tackle in the backfield, but Austin Eckler still brought down for a loss of maybe one on the play. And we have a Ravens player down on the field. Oh, no. And Tucker, obviously, you can tell, is feeling that miss. Oh, no, that's Justin Madubuike down for the Ravens. So just like the Tucker thing, would you rather retire as the most accurate kicker in NFL history, way above the minimum attempts, obvious Hall of Fame career, or would you rather hang out for a few extra years for maybe one more $3 to $9 million contract and maybe become the third most accurate kicker in NFL history? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing on Tucker. It's nothing on anything. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's a very uncomfortable and hard conversation that I feel like might need to be had with the Ravens flock here soon, even though it might get me in trouble with the Raven flock. But that's my role, guys. 2nd and 11, 2:35 here after the loss of one on the run play. And we'll get a check on Madubuike here soon. Pass going left, and they've got him, man. That's Erickson, and oh no, the Chargers are on the Ravens side of field after that pass play. And agreed, Chad Mears, even if he's not the most accurate kicker in NFL history, Justin Tucker is still the GOAT. And that's a zone play, and well done. Kyle Hamilton kind of slips a little bit on the coverage. 1st and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. 2:27 here in the 4th. Herbert looking right, throws right, and there is nobody there. I guess there was someone close enough to avoid the intentional grounding, though. 2nd and 10, but clock stops at 2:23. The Chargers have lost 7 straight losses in games decided by 3 or fewer points. That's the 2nd longest streak in NFL history. So Chargers are looking to possibly break their streak a little bit here. And not make potentially some history. We'll see. We'll see. Stick around. 2nd and 10. Ravens bring some pressure. Queen gets a hit, but gets the ball away. And Guyton makes a catch for maybe about 3 to 4 yards. Bringing up a 3rd and I'm guessing 5 yards. Azos says, I don't know, though. I feel as though if Tucker's actually drops a little, he would still be better than most kickers. However, if Tucker... And that's what I was saying. Even if his kick actually drops, he's still one of the better kickers, and I don't care, and he's still the GOAT. But it's just one of those ones, I could understand if he wanted to walk away as the all-time leading kicker, accuracy-wise. And Guyton just lost his shoe on the play too, by the way, so they had to stop it, I think. Chad Mears says, much love to Matt Stover, another great kicker. And agree, I tell people, if you don't know about Matt Stover, you're not a real Ravens fan. The Ravens have always had a great history of kicking. And a lot of our kickers that left our team that weren't good enough are starting kickers on other teams, a.k.a. like Graham Gano for years. Hauschka was the kicker for the Seahawks for a long time. You know, we've had a long history. And Matt Stover and Sam Cook held it down for the OG Ravens for so long. Like, Logan says, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick. I know, it's getting too close, Logan. Getting way too close. And, man, they're showing right there the playoff race for the AFC North is really heating up, guys. Like, 3rd and 6 officially here for the Chargers, and they got the 2-minute warning, so looked like John Harbaugh just got bad news. The ref came over, told him something, and you could just see visible frustration and just come on, like. And they're telling Harbaugh something there, and you can see again how Harbaugh's like, come on. What it is, guys, the NFL just delivered the script to Harbaugh and said, oh, sorry, dude, you're losing this one. Like, and he's like, oh, come on, man. Like, and again, Harbaugh is arguing something now with all 3 refs. I wonder what he's arguing. I don't know. And Bobby says, why are you guys talking about Justin Tucker? Oh, we're just talking about how he's the GOAT, but how, you know, if he made a decision to potentially retire because he wants to go out as the most accurate kicker in NFL history, as he is slowly missing some, you know. Again, not that we want him to, not that we expect him to, just, you know, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have with Raven fans, just so we're, you know, if we're not ever surprised if it ever happens. Because like we just talked about, you know, some broadcasting booth would pay Justin Tucker probably more money than he's making as an NFL kicker. Like Fox would probably pay him big money and to become a broadcaster for their games. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and 6, empty backfield here for the Chargers. That looked like a false start. Are we going to get it? Doesn't matter. Roquan makes a great pass that's Patrick Queen makes a great pass deflection on Austin Eckler. 4th and 6, and the Chargers look like they're about to go for it. With 4th and 6 with 1:57. Oh my God. Riddaloosh says, which team is Harbaugh on? That depends if you're talking about John or Jim. Logan says, might be sick. Wyatt and Mr. Stealth join us. Welcome in, guys. 4th and 6. They're going for it, guys. Ravens look like they're bringing the blitz. They are. They bring the house. Herbert gets the ball away, but it's going nowhere. Let's go! And with that, the Ravens force a turnover with 1:51. They basically bring a cover 0, forcing a quick pass on the 4th and long, which can't happen. And Herbert just tosses it away, basically. 1:51 officially on the clock. Ravens just have to get a first down, basically. Chargers do have all 3 timeouts, though, so do be careful of that, guys. It's not over yet. Please don't get crazy yet, Ravens flock. Logan says, at Wyatt, considering I was exposed to Kobe. Yes, rip Logan. I hope you feel better, my guy. Azo says, he's 34. He's got life in him, so if he retired, it would really be for the bragging rights. Yeah, I mean, but he's 34, but what has he kicked for? Like, I think at least 10 years. Let me double check the stats here. I'm so close to beating my boy, Team Jones. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Handoff. Oh, no, Jackson's going to keep it up the middle, and that's probably a gain of about 5 on the play. Let's see here. Azo says this is way more scrappy than it should be. It kind of is, but we talked about it a lot, guys, in the pregame talk. Justin Herbert actually coming off PFF one of his career best games against the Packers, despite, I think it was a loss against them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2 straight losses for the Chargers. So Herbert's actually, despite not having Joey Bosa, despite on the defense, despite not having Mike Williams, who went to IR, Herbert slowly looks like he's getting together with this offense, even though the offensive line, PFF-wise, has not been one of the better lines in the NFL this season, which is why we addressed that they might be one of their early needs in draft and free agency. 2nd and 5, that's going to be a quarterback keeper again, and gain of maybe about 3 on the play, guessing that bringing up a 3rd and 3. Yeah, Justin Tucker has played 11 NFL seasons. So, I mean, for most players, an 11-season career is pretty good. For kickers, of course, it's moderate, But 3rd and 3, big 3rd down here for the Ravens. Ball at the 38. And that's going to be, Zay Flowers! He's open! He's going all the way! Touchdown, Ravens! Thank you, Bobby, for the subscription. As the Ravens get a jet sweep touchdown to Zay Flowers. Let's get the Zay gif up. And that's going to probably secure the win for the Ravens. That's what you get for doing the squirrel dance against the Ravens. That's all I got to say. Let's go. Bobby says, if the Chargers win, what is your reaction? I would be very surprised, considering it's now 19-10 pre-PAT with 1:36 left in this game, guys. Let's go, Ravens flock. Justin Tucker for the PAT. And, of course, good. And I'm kicking myself in the butt for not starting Zay Flowers in fantasy football this week. It's my own damn fault. But with that, I'm still excited. The Ravens are now leading 20-10 as the 4th quarter is coming to a close here at SoFi Stadium out here in LA, guys. And again, thank you everyone so far for joining us live on this stream. We appreciate you joining us here on Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi, whatever you want to call me. You can find me on Twitter, DarwinsRaven20 on Twitter. Live every game for Baltimore Ravens game, and we're going to start broadcasting 2 games a week here going into the future, especially as we approach our 500 subscriber goal, which is the official mark. And once we hit 500 subscribers, we will officially start calling, I believe now what I will call is every Sunday night football game, and I might start calling Thursday night football games. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And welcome in Nicholas Morrell, Catherine Michael, Wyatt McNeely. Appreciate y'all for joining us so far. Logan says, I think I'm going to log off. I'm not feeling good. Amen, Logan. I hope you feel better, my guy. If you are sick, get better soon. Drink lots of liquids. Nicholas Morrell, you're a great streamer, and I love your stuff. Thanks for just, man, why you gotta be so nice to me? I appreciate you, my guy. And I appreciate everyone joining us in chat. And again, if you haven't, guys, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that like, and like Joe, my boy Joe says from Family Guy, hit that like button. Because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And, like I said, we're trying to get our subscriber goal of 500 subscribers coming up here soon. Herbert trying to make something happen here. Pass going right. Got him, man. That's Keenan Allen, and he's out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, actually, as the Ravens are playing more of a prevent defense. 1:30 on the clock. Time stops as Keenan Allen went out of bounds. Chad Mears says, is that 9 wins now? Yes, sir. We are going to be 9-3 officially after this win. We've got a bye week coming up next week, so you might not see me for the Ravens game next week, of course, because there is none. But of course, as you can see, we've already scheduled the Rams game for the next week. Don't forget to join us. We'll have a pregame show featuring Payo Time, an LA Rams Canadian LA Rams fan, one of our friends. Oh, and off the hands of a receiver, almost picked on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. But Baltimore is honestly in a great place. The Mark Andrews injury greatly hurt us. However, having the bye week at week 13 is such a blessing. And Baltimore was able to go through some of their injury concerns a little earlier in the season. 2nd and 10 here. Stack formation left. Herbert looking and blown up by Broderick Washington on the play. Finally getting something. And Broderick looking good on that play. And Herbert trying to call a no huddle, I think. Now a 3rd and 19. And they go no huddle. You heard the play call from the Ravens, Seattle. That means probably cover 3. And Herbert not able to find someone. That's going to be a 4th and 19. They've got to go for it. I feel bad. This is definitely a heartbreaker for LA Charger fans. 4-6 now, about to go 4-7 on the season. This will drastically hurt their chance of making the playoffs as a wild card. With that being said, Charger fans, I would love to, if you would stick around, if you subscribe, I might have got a few Charger fans. I would love to do it. Hold on. Oh, and Herbert not able to get there. And that's game, guys, with Baltimore getting the ball back with 53 seconds left. Chargers have 1 timeout. That's game. But if you didn't stick around for the offseason, guys, we did a whole segment called the Offseason Plan, where if you're new to the channel, my dream is to be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens or honestly any NFL team. I can officially say the Baltimore Ravens do have my resume on roster or on file, but, I don't have any scouting experience, so I don't expect that call anytime soon. Which is also why, though, we did some stuff like the offseason edition where we played GM of not only the Ravens, but various NFL teams. And then on top of that, we also we did a lot of draft coverage, including a draft special where we did a pre-draft special on offense and defense focused on guys 2nd round or later, and tried to not even do the borderline 1st round guys like Rashid Rice and Josh Downs, the wide receivers who are, of course, excelling in the NFL today. We did cover Tank Dell, though. But if you go back and watch that special, guys, my draft special, I look like a pro NFL scout, especially in my running back room. People are like, who called Tyson Bagent the quarterback of the Bears? I did. You can go back and watch my draft special live in my live section. But with that, guys, it's officially 2010 Baltimore Ravens. Final victory formation taken there. Congratulations, Ravens flock. Another great win. We're heading into a bye week now. 9-3 on the season. I look forward to seeing y'all all back for the Rams game. Probably back for maybe one of the other Sunday night games. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button before you head out tonight. I appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging out with me and being a part of this experience in my channel as I grow it. Y'all really be the ones that keep me coming back. Chad Mears says, great game, Ravens. Logan says, GG Chargers. Baltimore says, GG Flowers Saucin'. Go Ravens. I know, right? And Azo says, always says he'll be there. But all right, guys, with that, it's been an awesome, awesome edition of Sunday Night Football. It's always even better when the Ravens come away with the win. It's been fun. It's your boy, DarwinsRaven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi. And hold on, I got a meme for a gift for everybody. Hold on. Oh my God, where did it go? Of course. Oh yeah, here we go. We got another Simpson meme. But I really had a good time watching football with you. If you had a great time watching football with me like Bart did, don't forget to come back.